Good evening, sports fans. Tonight from Cabot High School, the Bryant Hornets and the Cabot Panthers renew an old rivalry that dates all the way back to 1953. I'm Rob Patrick. With me is Aaron Shuttleworth, and we're here to bring you this ball game brought to you by mmproductions.net and our sponsors Middleton Heat and Air and Farmers Bank and Trust. Dakota Baxter is our producer, and Kendrick Ollison has the camera work, and we appreciate their diligence in all of that. The Hornets come into the game 7-0 overall, 4-0 in conference. Cabot is 5-2 and 2-2. And of course, the Hornets ranked number 1 in the state. They have won all 7 of their games by the mercy rule. The first team offense has only run 2 possessions in the second half all season. Cabot, of course, wants to change that. They're coming off a 43-20 win over Little Rock Central at Quigley Cox Stadium, and they would like to be the one team that not only keeps from the avoids the mercy rule, but knocks off the number 1 team, the Bryant Hornets. But that's been a while since Cabot's beaten Bryant. You go back to 2012, the last time that Cabot's won over the Hornets. They've only played 3 times since then, and Bryant's won all 3 of those games. Had a close game in 17. Bryant won 17-10. But this is a different Cabot team. They're running the spread because they've got a new head coach. His name is Reed. We would probably remember him from El Dorado. Scott Reed has had a lot of success down in El Dorado, and now he's come to Cabot, and the largest school district in the state, and he's hoping to turn this program around. Aaron, you love to hate this place.
you couldn't say it any better. Love to hate the place. You know, I'm excited to see what we're going to see on the field tonight. Like you were saying before, this is the first year running the spread. When you think of Cabot, you think of that old school smash mouth, just dead tee, 3 yards and cloud of dust, running the clock, milking the clock. You have to make every possession count. But now we're seeing more of that modern, new age, aired out, what everybody else runs, that spread. So I'm interested to see what translates on the field tonight.
Cabot comes into the game. Their losses have been to Catholic. They lost that game 28-26. They also lost to Conway 30-20. They've beaten Central, Southside, and in the non-conference they won over Pine Bluff, El Dorado, and Benton, 3 6A teams. So trying to get into a groove here with a new offense, a new defense, and we'll see how they play it tonight. Mm-hmm. It is damp. We've had, actually, I think the rain has actually stopped here. Might have a drizzle. It's damp, and it's also chilly. Mm-hmm. Temperature's about 51 degrees, so first night of real wintry weather for these teams to contend with. So we will take a break right here and come back with the keys to the game and hopefully have a kickoff for you as the captains are coming to the sidelines. I'm Rob Patrick. This is Hornet Football, brought to you by mmproductions.net.
At Middleton, we're here to save you time, money, and yes, even energy. Get a free Nest thermostat or Nest Protect with any qualifying new system. Call today for a free estimate. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here. At Middleton, we're here to be the best for you. Servicing and replacing more air conditioners than anyone in Arkansas, and voted best of the best. Why? Best price, best service. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, our commitment is and always will be to the community. Our loan officers are your supporters, your cheerleaders, your fans, your neighbors. And we're proud to cheer on our Bryant Hornets. For more information on Farmers Bank and Trust, stop by our conveniently located office or visit myfarmers.bank.
We're here at Cabot Panther Stadium, and they're going out for the toss of the coin for Cabot. The captains are Hunter Horka, Samuel Warren, number 57, number 52, Hunter Griffin, and number 32, Caleb Kenning. For Bryant, It is Andy Scott and Hunter Stallman. Let's see who else. Can we see their numbers?
It's got 58.
Yeah, got 58. That's Hunter.
30. Is that 39?
Is it 39? Bryant won the toss and has deferred to the second half, so that means that Cabot will have the football. 38. No?
You said that one shoulder pad. There we go.
What is it? Can you see?
I put the
99. That's Taylor Martin. And what's the guy on the far end there? Can't see. Haven't seen his number yet. Cabot's going to get the ball first. And I'll tell you the captain, and then I'll give you the starting lineups for Cabot on offense. First, we'll have the keys
81.
to the game. That's Gage Stark. So the keys to the game from Aaron Shuttleworth. Aaron?
keys of the game, I'm going to go with the front four on defense. Last week, we imposed our will. We did what we wanted to against the offensive line on the south side. This week, with the weather, has been dreary all day, wet field, wet ball. It's going to be nasty outside. That front line has to be able to get pressure on this offense. We're going to see more passing than we probably have from a Cabot team ever tonight. So I want that front four to do what it wants to do tonight, have all of them do everything. Another one is keep a hold of the ball. Our ground game, I assume we're going to start with our ground game. We have a good tandem combo between Ahmad Adams and Anderson. Work with that. Open up the pass game if it gets a little dry out there. But main thing, that front four has got to step up tonight again.
Very good. Thank you. Well, that front four will be on the field to start this game. That's defensive ends Rodrigo Martin and Kyle Green. Now Austin Bailey, who started it in at the beginning of the season, is now playing tackle along with David Shiflett. Linebackers are Cameron Scarlett, Dalen Land, and Cottrell Wallace, but they go about 3 deep at each of those spots. At cornerback, Kyle Knox and Derek Rose. The safeties are Tamarian Wilson and Austin Schroeder. Offensively for Cabot, they have wide receivers DeCairo Rudolph, he's their top receiver, Jake Moody, Kyler Carmack. Tight end is Gage Morrow. On the offensive line, they have tackles Kobe Thompson, a returning starter, Sam McLaughlin, Patrick Sharon, and Forrest Chandler are at the guards, and Bo Ferguson is the center. Quarterback is Tyler G. He's thrown for about 1,600 yards, and that's a headline right there.
Yeah.
H-back is Logan Bell, and the running backs, Graham Turner will alternate with Dante Baker. So that's how they line up, and they'll run the spread.
We touched on it last week. Whoever made that decision to move Bailey to the inside, one of the best, arguably if one of the best calls that has been made this year on either side of the ball. He's just been a beast up there. But what he's done is he's created more opportunities for Cameron Scarlett to do his linebacker duty, roam the field, lead in tackling, but just a great job by that front forward, but especially Bailey up front. I like him at that tackle position than the end.
Brock Funk will kick it off for Bryant. Back deep for Cabot is Garrett Freeman, number 1, and Braden J., number 5. High end over end kick down into the corner. It's picked up at the 7-yard line, back across the 20, 25, and that's where the tackle is made, just shy of the 30-yard line. As coming up with a stop for Bryant was Trayvon Herron as Freeman brought it back.
Good return, starting off at about the 30. We put our at the 28.
Cabot with their quarterback Tyler G. comes onto the field, and we'll see something new here at Cabot.
Mm-hmm.
They got double wideouts to the right of G, and wideout to the left. He's in the shotgun. Man in motion puts 3 receivers on the right side. They run an option pitch, and it's got good yardage, 5 yards, maybe 4 yards for Graham Turner.
And that was Land bringing him down, pushing him out of bounds.
So they're going to mark it at the 32, 30.
It's
There,
32.
Yeah, 32.
Yep.
So give him 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6 at the 32. Cabot's first possession of the game. And it's 2nd and 6. G in the shotgun, hands it off up the middle, and this
Just
time
swamped up.
he is hit at the line of scrimmage by Shiflett and Land, and a little extracurricular activity there is
little
Turner got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. They haven't marked it yet. May have lost a half a yard. No, right at the line of
right
scrimmage.
at it. Slow on getting the ball down.
3rd and 6 at the 32, and that may be because they're trying to keep it.
Yeah, they're switching
dry.
out the balls. Yeah.
So a big 3rd down early on in this ball game. Tyler G, the quarterback, rolls out to the right, looking to throw. Kyle Green is under pressure, giving him some pressure, and he has to throw it away. Good coverage down the field. Schroeder was on the intended receiver. Actually,
Control Wallace.
Scarlett had him underneath, and Schroeder over the top. So punting situation.
Being hunted down by Wallace over there too. I mean, when you have Wallace hot on your heels, especially on that rollout.
Yeah, he was putting pressure on. So the punter for the Panthers is Rhett Thurman. He's been doing that for a while for them. He was returning from last year. Good snap. Tries to rugby it and almost got it blocked.
It was tipped. It was tipped.
So it is a short kick, and Bryant's going to have the football in Cabot territory as it's down there.
I believe that was Cottrell that got that tip off it.
He was right on it, and just a short kick there. Where are they going to mark it at the 43?
Yeah,
44?
44 looks like. Yep, right at 44.
So just a 12-yard punt, and Bryant with great field position to start this ball game. 1st and 10 at the Cabot 44. Austin Ledbetter, the quarterback. Double wideouts either side. He's got Ahmad Adams alongside him. Again, the rain has stopped, but it's been wet all day. Adams with the first carry. Follows a block by Devin Pitts, and Strong finally driven out of bounds inside the 40 to the 33 or 38-yard line. Pickup of 6 on the play for Ahmad Adams, the Hornets' leading rusher.
Ahmad with that cut going right, hitting back left, following his blocking, able to get that 6 yards.
Did a good job of cutting inside of Pitt's block. Was pulling on the play. Double wideouts either side. For 2nd and 4 for Bryant in their first possession of the game. Double wideouts either side, as I mentioned, and Adams alongside Ledbetter. He's back to throw. Looking, throws it outside to Adams, and he's hit and dropped immediately.
Loss of 1 on that one.
Yeah, coming up to make the stop on the play was Mason Wade, one of the linebackers. He looked downfield and didn't find anybody, so just tried to release it off to the side to Adams, and he was well covered as well.
We'll see.
So it's a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, we'll see with this weather how wet it is out there. If they do a little more dink and dunk kind of passing, let that bubble screen that we use so often get out there, get that blocking before he actually takes a shot downfield.
Heron and Schrader split out wide to the left. Now Metters will join them in motion. Hands off to Adams, and he's hit in the backfield and dropped.
Big loss.
So the Hornets will be punting early on here, or they'll be going. That was Wade again. They brought him down. And the loss is back to the 45-yard line. That's 6-yard loss, so it's a 4th and 11, and the punting unit is coming on. They'll play a field position game here. Cameron Scarlett has taken over the punting duties for the Hornets, and he will try to pin the Panthers back deep. Good snap. Gets the kick away.
Oh,
He's knocked
that's a
down,
flag.
though. If they didn't get a piece of it, that should be a flag.
Yeah, there's a flag.
Ball is caught at the 11-yard line.
He took that hit. See if that was running into a roughing.
I think that's got to be roughing. He
Yeah.
came with some force.
Yeah, the personal foul. He just did the sign.
So that'll give the Hornets a first down.
Yep.
Don't want to give a good team a second chance. The Hornets looks like they're going to have a second chance here. Here's the signal. Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
Yep. Free play. Free down, pretty much. Free getting the ball back. I mean, I don't know the last time, especially this year, that we've had a full drive where it's been net -1 off that.
No, they did a good job to stop the Hornets on that possession. Of course, Bryant hesitant to throw the ball in this weather. So good. The ball will be moved all the way down to the 30-yard line, and a new set of downs for the offense who comes on, comes onto the field.
It's funny. I ran into to Scarlett in the parking lot on the way up here, and we were talking about how he's a punter. Good thing that he's a linebacker. He can take a hit if he needs to, and comes to fruition.
Sure did. Here's a handoff to Adams around the left side, trying to get to the corner.
Good stiff arm.
And he's going to be driven out of bounds just past the original line of scrimmage. Good pursuit by the Cabot defense there.
This defense is honing in on Ahmad all over the place, whether it be on the ground or in the air. They have him in his sights. They've definitely watched all the film that Ahmad has been doing to all the other teams.
So it's a 2nd and 10 at the 30. Kirkbach, the offensive coordinator, up here in the press box, calling plays down to the sidelines, and we'll see what he comes up with here. Joseph Young and Jake Metters to the left, Schrader and Heron to the right. Now Metters in motion that way, and Ledbetter's back to throw. Looks to the right side. He's got Metters. He's completed it for 5 yards down to the 25-yard line, but then he's run out of bounds. So it'll be a 3rd and 5 for Bryant.
Yeah, a little quick action play right there. Metters coming across the middle on that little kind of a slant and go. Just hit him in stride. Did have defender breathing down his neck in the backfield.
Yeah, somebody got some good pressure on Ledbetter there. And it's fortunate it was a short pass.
Mm-hmm.
So 3rd and 5 at the Cabot 25-yard line. Ledbetter with Adams alongside. Schrader's in the tight end spot now. They give it to Adams over the left side. He's got the first down, and inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line, and a first down for Bryant as they went up the middle that time. Actually trapped the man who's been giving him the putting the rush on. Picked up 8, and Bryant is in the Hornet zone at the 17-yard line.
Back to positive yards on the ground. That's now 4 plays on the ground with 8 yards. So you just see what this defense is honing in on this Hornet offense.
Double wideouts either side. Here comes the blitz, Ledbetter. And now we have a flag come in from the side. And what was the call? False start?
It's dead ball, false start.
Yeah. Must have been out on the sideline, or one of the receivers. So 1st and 15 back at the 22. Just underway here at Cabot's Panther Stadium. 7:39 left to play first quarter. Rob Patrick, Aaron Shuttleworth with you here. And the Hornets with their first threat of the night.
This Cabot team definitely came to play. You know, the Hornets have a target on their back
Every time they play. Ledbetter with trips to the right side now. Looks to the sideline for a change in the play. Adams alongside him. Joseph Young, the lone wideout, to the left. Ledbetter rolls right, throws to the sideline. It's a little behind Metters, and it's broken up, incomplete. Cabot's charged up.
Good breakup by Cabot defense.
Wasn't one of Austin's better passes, but good coverage on Metters. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 15 at the 22.
This front line is getting past the offensive line. They're pressuring Ledbetter every play.
Empty backfield this time. They come with 4. Ledbetter throws it down the middle, and it's intercepted at the 5-yard line. Just the 3rd interception for Ledbetter this season.
Oh, we didn't tackle him.
Still on his feet, getting out to the 20 and the 22-yard line.
And it's going to be a foul,
See,
too.
who was it that caught it? Number 31.
31, yep.
Interception by Preston Chiali.
Ahmad Adams is the one that brought him down, and it looks like he might have grabbed him by the face mask or a horse collar. Oh, they're moving him back. Personal foul. Wow, against Cabot.
So he'd returned it to the 20, and the personal foul is half the distance to the goal line, so Cabot will have it 1st and 10 at their own 10.
So I guess the face mask was against Ahmad.
So G back on the field with his top running back. That is Turner. Double wide out to the right. He's back to throw. Throws to the outside, and it's incomplete. Underthrowing his intended receiver. So far, a big defensive battle.
Mm-hmm.
Ledbetter tried to force a pass in there at the 5-yard line and had it picked off. Just the 3rd interception of the season for Austin.
Yeah, 8 plays, 1 interception, 13 yards total on that one. That was also gifted because of the roughing the kicker.
G with Turner alongside. Double wideouts to the right, tight end near side as well. There's a fake handoff, throws it outside, and it's incomplete. A good job there by Knox on the coverage, and it's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Kyle almost picked that one off himself. There's a good pass breakup by Knox.
So 3rd and 10, we'll see what they dial up here. Looks like they're sending their top receiver, Rudolph, out to the left. Double wideouts to the near side as well. That is Tanner Wilson, not Bryant's Tanner Wilson, but Tanner Wilson, Jake Mowdy as well. G looking to throw the screen pass, and it's sniffed out by Dalen Land. And
Good job staying
going to
home.
get 3 yards out of that as they got it to Turner.
Good job staying home by Land.
And it'll be a punting situation.
Yeah, big open field tackle. Nobody around him. He broke down, got him around the waist, slid down to his knees, able to bring him down.
So Rudolph will be back on the field to punt it back to Bryant, and the Hornets should get good field position again.
Yeah, sitting around the 50.
Metters is around the 50. And the punter is back, has stepped into his own end zone. They almost blocked it last time.
Oh, he blocked it. He got it.
Wallace blocks it out of the end zone, and it'll be a safety for Bryant, and they'll get the ball on a free kick. 88 blocked it. And Bryant will take a 2-0 lead on the safety.
I don't even have anything on
Blocked it right through the end zone.
I got to find on my stat sheet where safety is. There it is, right there.
Well, that's they almost got the first one, got a tip on it, and I noticed that they really loaded up that left side to try to get some pressure on the punter, who took a step to the right and really stepped right into Wallace.
And it looked like it was Wallace again. Wallace barely got his hand on it the first one, and that one he had full-fledged. He almost put a little more oomph behind it. Had he not done that, it would have gone down for caught it or a touchdown. Yeah, but the good thing is that with the safety we actually get the ball back again. So
it's our first safety of the season.
Yeah, free 2 points.
Coming out to punt or to kick off is Jared Whitman for the Panthers, and they'll have to punt it from the 20. So Bryant should get good field position if they can get any kind of return at all.
We got multiple people got there. Got Trayvon.
Trayvon's deepest, and he is flanked by Metters and Joseph Young.
So they're going to go with not the punt, but the kickoff style from the 20.
And they will ground it, and it's picked up by Gage Stark at the 48-yard line. Gage trying to get to the far sideline.
Oh, multiple flags.
Penalty flag coming in.
Flying everywhere.
And Gage got to the 46 of Cabot.
It looks like he'll probably be coming back, though. They're definitely throwing in the right and the same thing, so both saw the same one.
Probably a blocking foul of some sort.
And it is
a hold.
Hold Cabot.
Against Cabot?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
So ball was returned.
What?
They're walking against Bryant, though.
I would say, I think he just pointed the wrong way. That's why I was thinking.
So Bryant will have it at their own 42-yard line after the penalty walked off. And we'll see what the Hornets have cooked up to try to offset the Cabot defense that has been pretty stellar so far.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty stern.
Yeah, this defense.
There's a handoff to Adams. Takes a block from Rice, rolls out.
He's still on.
He's at the 40, 35, and is driven out of bounds. A tackle breaking run by Ahmad Adams, 6'1", 235. Got the speed to go with it. And a big run for him down to the 28-yard line.
27.
Let's see, that's 22 and 8. That's 30 yards.
30.
Give it to Adams again. Again, Rice leading him out to the right side. Breaks tackles and gets nearly to the first down again. See where they mark him out of bounds at the 21-yard line. They're pulling the center.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Devin Pitts.
That's athletic right there when you're the center and you're pulling and creating that running lane. But Ahmad is he's biding his time. He's waiting for him to pull, get that lane going, and he's not being explosive and fast, but he's being smart and conscious of picking up big yardage.
They're marking that at the 30, I believe, 31.
I haven't put it down
And
yet.
we have a flag, apparently. Personal foul against Cabot.
Wow.
So they're shooting themselves in the foot tonight.
Yeah, so they're putting it at the he stopped them at the 31 or 21.
So it should be half the distance.
Yep.
And they mark it where?
At the 9.
At the 9. So basically a 12-yard penalty. And it'll be first and goal at the 9. Yes. Hornets ready to go. Ledbetter barking out the signals. Has trips to the left. Hands it to Adams again. Right
corner.
side. He's inside the 5 and tackled out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. So a heavy dose of Ahmad Adams here. He had a rough go the first series, but so far, or since then, he's been clearing some space. And of course, a good blocking out there, particularly from Devin Pitts, the center, who's been pulling on many of these plays. Fake it this time. They throw it to the outside, and I think that ball was tipped. It went to the ground. It's good pressure on Ledbetter that time, and that was once again the Preston Kiahi pressuring. It'll be 3rd and 3 goal at the 3. They're looking to the sideline for a play call. 5:15 left first quarter. No score so far. Cabot's held their own against the Bryant Hornets, but Hornets are 3 yards away from putting the first points on the board.
Oh, we have a safety.
Oh, that's right. It's 2-0. I'm sorry. That's right.
First
Trying to
point
add
for
to a
offense.
2-0 lead. Ledbetter rolling out to the left. Looking, throws it in the middle, and it's a touchdown.
Little
As he found
jump pass.
Trayvon Herron. He just kept looking and looking, and Trayvon came clear in the middle of the end zone, and a touchdown pass to make it a 9-point lead, or 8-point at this point.
3 for 3, or 2-3 for 3 yards.
5:10 left and the Hornets are going to go for 2 from the 3-yard line. First time they've done this. Metter's in motion. Ledbetter fakes it to him, throws over the other side, and there's Schrader all by himself.
Wow.
The whole flow went to the right. They faked the handoff to Metters on the speed sweep, and Schrader came wide open. And Bryant increases the lead now to 10-0.
That'd be a nice play to go back to.
Anytime.
Not this game,
Yeah.
but he was wide open. He was all by himself.
Everybody was going right.
Yeah.
Of course, Cabot trying very hard to pursue well, and it burned them on that one. So they lost Schrader coming in from tight end. They lost him completely. So Bryant with a 10-0 lead, 5:10 left to play in the first half, and they'll be kicking off here. Brock Funk comes to the side, comes to the middle of the field. Once again, it's Freeman and Jay deep for Cabot.
See if Funk does what he did last week, really utilize the sideline as pretty much another Hornet out there.
Yeah. Last time Freeman caught it near that far sideline. We'll see how he handles it this time. That seems to be a pattern for the Hornets.
He does.
Again, kicking it over into the corner. It's caught at the 9 by Freeman. And he's up across the 15 to 20, the 25, and brings it out to about the 26-yard line. Cabot still looking for its initial first down. We'll have it at the 25 after the return by Garrett Freeman. 16-yard return. And at 5:04, Cabot will go on offense here behind Tyler G., their junior quarterback.
Penalties both sides tonight. Cabot has definitely had the worst brunt of it, especially on big opportunities.
Yeah, the Hornets have benefited from a couple of fouls. Here's a handoff to Tucker. He's got some room to run.
Ooh, there's another flag.
Out to the 9-yard line.
That came from way in the backfield. And that back judge threw that 25 yards.
It was Turner on the run. He got 8 yards, but that's going to be negated, I think.
Yeah, it was Ahmad that brought him down, and Ahmad's holding his left hand.
Ahmad?
Not Ahmad, Cottrell.
Cottrell.
Yeah, Cottrell brought him down.
Yeah.
But he is holding his left hand, it looks like.
And it looks like it's going to be holding against Cabot.
Again, right when I say that, like clockwork, another big penalty after a big pickup play.
So they mark it from the spot of the foul.
So they negate
Give
everything.
Turner a yard on the play.
Yeah.
And then a 10-yard mark off for the hold. And it's a 1st and 19 back at the 16-yard line. 4:59 left to play first quarter. Bryant with a 10-0 lead over Cabot here in the cold and damp. The trail's still favoring that right hand.
I can't tell if he's favoring the right or if he's holding his left, but he did something on that tackle.
Yeah. So G with Turner alongside, look back to throw. Bryant puts some pressure on. He throws it.
Intercepted.
It's picked off. No,
he dropped
off.
it.
Yeah, so Knox had it in his hands, but as he came down, he dropped it. Kyle Knox with the coverage had it well covered and had an interception. But
look, and he knows he messed up. He just did some push-ups.
2nd and 19 at the 16 for the Cabot Panthers.
Takes his own punishment.
They've had a rotating door at that one corner opposite of Derek Rose, and it'll be interesting.
Well, he's covering Rudolph.
He's played the last couple of games and has played well.
And he's covering Rudolph tonight, so he's going to have his hands full.
G, back to throw again.
Good bull rush.
He gets smacked, gets the pass away, and it's caught.
Wow.
No,
he dropped it. He dropped it.
That was Kyler Carmack. They went deep. It was good coverage, and he had the ball in his arms, but they stripped it as he came down with it.
G did great standing there in the pocket tall, knowing he was going to take that hit, and dropped it right into his breadbasket, but just wasn't able to ring it in. I believe that was that Schrader out there?
Carmack. Schrader on the coverage.
On the coverage.
Schroeder.
Schroeder.
So it'll be a 3rd and 19 at the 16-yard line for the Panthers. Turner alongside G in the backfield. Double wideouts either side of the field. Have not targeted Rudolph yet. Here's a little bubble screen. They get it outside to Carmack, and he is hit hard and brought out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. So a short gain as Derek Rose made the tackle. And it'll be a punting situation once again.
And just a minimal pickup, looked like 7 yards, but you can probably assume that Bryant's going to go for that again, but Cottrell still looks like something's off out there.
So Thurman back into punt. And of course, Cottrell tipped the first punt and blocked the second one. Again, they're loaded up on that side, and he gets the kick away this time.
Good kick.
And they get away from it. And it takes a Cabot roll inside the 35. And it'll be down at about the 31, 32-yard line. So Bryant will have its longest field of the night.
That's how you flip the field right there.
Yep. 4:29 left to play first quarter. The Hornets with a 10-0 lead here at Cabot. And the football at their own 31. I'd like to remind you that you can get DVD copies of tonight's game and all of the Hornets games this season from mmproductions.net. And our appreciation to Middle and Heat and Air and Farmers Bank and Trust for bringing us the ball game, sponsoring our broadcast.
Yeah, thanks to them.
I'm Rob Patrick. That's Aaron Shuttleworth. And we're at Cabot Stadium. Panther Stadium, I think. Austin Ledbetter in the shotgun, gives it a toss to Adams, gets it around the outside, but it probably took an illegal block to get him free. He's still fighting and gets out to the 40-yard line. But it's going to be a blocking penalty out there.
Yep,
He shoved him from the back. That's Will Diggins, the sophomore tackle. And this play will be coming back, and Bryant will have a long field for this, especially since it was a hold in the back. They're going to say a
Block in the back.
Or an illegal block.
Ooh, that's a.
And that from
that's
the
a big
spot of
one.
the foul, that's going to mark it back to the 15-yard line.
First and 27.
About that, yeah.
You gotta dig deep in your playbook.
So actually a 16-yard penalty for all accounts. So it's first and 26 from the 15. They need to get out to the 41-yard line. And our little booth here, I'm going to have to strain to see that part of the field. Aaron's having to stand
I'm
to
standing
be able
this
to
game.
see.
And we're in a closet.
That better back to throw.
Oh, he's got
Guys
plenty
on
of
the run
room.
with
Plenty
it.
of room.
20, 25, 30, and it steps out of bounds wisely.
Hey,
As he gets out to the 33, doing a little.
you didn't have to make it all. You didn't have to make it all up. Just get half, and he got about 3/4 of it back.
Yeah. Pick up on the play of 18 yards to the 33, and it's going to be a second down and about 8 for the Hornets. And Austin has not done that a lot this year, but they've encouraged him to.
And he had nothing but green grass in front of him, so definitely take advantage of it.
No doubt about it. Bryant's Tanner Wilson at left guard. We've got Ty Johnson at right guard. Devin Pitts is the center.
Low
Bad
snap.
but the Ledbetter gets it, throws a bullet, and it's incomplete. It was behind Joseph Young as he came across on a post pattern.
Well, they're saying it was tipped by that middle linebacker out there, number 30.
Okay.
It was tipped by, let's see, who was that?
That would be Justin
Underwood.
Underwood.
Yeah. But he
So-
had some mustard on it.
3rd and 8 at the 33. Hornets leading at 10-0. They had one drive stalled out. In fact, an interception stopped it at the 5-yard line. And they had the blocked punt for a safety, and then a touchdown drive that featured Ahmad Adams. Empty backfield, trips to the right. Here comes the blitz. Ledbetter gets the pass away, and it's caught for Jake Metters for a first down.
Big first down pickup.
Ledbetter had to throw that on the run as they were bringing the linebacker from the near side, and he was able to get it out to Metters for just enough. Ball is marked at the 42-yard line, so a pickup of 9 and a new set of downs as they convert the 3rd down. Ledbetter to Adams, right side.
Nice.
5,
Nice hole.
50,
Nice hole.
45,
Look
40,
at that. Look at him go.
35, 30, 35, 20, 20, 10.
Oh, he's still
Touchdown.
up. Wow.
Cut back
Wow.
gets the grain, and a 58-yard run for a touchdown by Ahmad Adams,
He just was not going down.
they could not get a hold of him. And Adams, big as he is, you can't just arm tackle him. So with 3:44 left to play here in the first quarter, Bryant has extended the lead, and now Funk will come on to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Jake Metters. Snap was a little behind him, but he got it down the tee, and Funk puts it through. And our score, with 3:44 left to play in the first quarter, it's Bryant 17, Cabot nothing. This is Hornet football on mmproductions.net. I'm Rob Patrick. Aaron Shuttleworth with me. Dakota Baxter is our producer, and Kendrick Ollison is out there braving the elements with the camera work.
He was high-stepping like Dion towards the end.
That was probably as impressive a run this season as we've seen from Ahmad Adams.
So I just got a text from a former Bryant alum.
Yeah?
Can you guess who it was?
No.
It was Ian.
Oh,
He
well.
says, this Bryant team is ridiculously good.
He's here tonight?
I don't know if he's here or if he's watching.
He's watching.
So either way, he's
Hi, Ian.
but he's
They
right.
are- they are
I mean, he
amazing.
was right, and he sent me that before that play.
Oh.
So that just
Yeah.
Nostradamus just saw what was going to happen.
Yeah. And they are extremely good, defending their championship well.
No,
Kick once again in the corner to the 4. Freeman brings it back to the 10, the 15, it's 20, and then he's down to about the 25-yard line. And
right at the
Cabot will
25.
try it again. they have struggled. I don't know that they've had a first down yet. I'll have to check that. Ball's at the 25-yard line. And Tyler G will bring him out.
I'm gonna have to
Big, long conference at the sideline here as they talk to the offensive coaches.
I think that was our longest rushing touchdown of the year as well, too. I'm looking back. It's going to be kind of hard to beat a 58-yarder.
Yeah, I don't think we've had any longer than that.
Oh, no, we have a 60. Nope, that was last year. Yep, that was the biggest one.
G looking to throw, looking to the outside, got a man, it's caught, and he's hit immediately at near the 30-yard line as he went to Jake Mowdy. And the tackle made there right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Austin able to bring him down. Had to cover a lot of ground.
That was a long pass. G showed a strong arm there.
Mm-hmm.
2nd and 5, as they only got 5 yards out of it, though. Turner alongside, fakes the handoff, throws to the left side, got his man. It's his first down and more as they get out across the 45 to the 46-yard line on a pass play to Tanner Wilson. And the first down, I believe, for Cabot right there.
Yep, Land bringing him down just off that quick hit.
They faked the handoff and had good pressure on G, but he got the ball out of there in good fashion.
Yeah,
and the receiver was open.
Had that whole line going to the right. G looked back to his left, able to hit him right on that slant, pick up big yards.
Rudolph and Wilson to the right, tight end now.
False start.
And that's going to come back as they did. The tight end on the far side got a head start on everybody.
So that was kind of a setup, setup like we're used to seeing.
Yeah,
everybody
looked a
kind of
little more
tight
like
with
Cabot.
a power eye, yeah.
And that'll be a 5-yard mark off for the false start. And 1st and 15 at the 41 will be the situation for Cabot, trailing 17-0 here to Bryant with 2:36 left to play in the first quarter.
Another thing you're not used to is a slower game against Cabot. We're still in the first.
Yeah. A little more passing, stoppage of the clock. Cabot center Bo Ferguson over the ball. I formation. They fake it to the first man, give it to Turner, the second man through, and he's got a first down out across the 40. No, check that. That's the original line of scrimmage. He's out past that. And it's going to be 2nd and 9 as he gets to the 47.
Leading tackler bringing him down, Cameron Scarlett. Just had that I formation, that power, just running right up the middle, creating that run lane. Cameron coming from that middle linebacker spot, bringing him down.
Go with the same formation. Man in motion now. G fakes that handoff, looks to throw it down the right side, and it is incomplete.
There's a flag, though.
Great coverage by Knox. Where was it on the reception?
Yeah, it was. It looked like a little pass interference beforehand.
Went over his back, I think. And we're waiting the official call.
Yep. Where's he at? Oh, there he is.
They call it defensive holding.
Yep.
So that'll be a 10-yard mark off and a new set of downs for Cabot, the first time they've been in Bryant territory. They'll be at the Bryant 43.
Honestly, I'll take that penalty because had he have completed that, that would have been more for 10 yards. It would have been for 20 plus. So
it must have been before the ball got there because.
Yeah, but he was still rolling out when it happened.
G fakes the handoff. Green has pressure on him. He gets away from him. Now he's just going to tuck it and run. And he's ripped down by Cottrell Wallace at about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, Green had him. Green slipped. Actually had his arm, but Wallace had to bring him down further down the field than we wanted.
6-yard gain for G on the scramble. It's 2nd and 4 at the Bryant 37-yard line as Cabot tries to get on the board. Tyler G, the quarterback. Alongside him there is Graham Turner. Turner with a handoff up the middle, and this time there's nowhere to go.
Yep, just a big
Bryant
wall.
ties him up. And on the bottom of the pile is Cameron Scarlett. No, that's Rodrigo Martin. So no gain on that play. Actually, they lost a yard. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
Let's see.
That's going to be the
timeout.
We're down in the final seconds of the half.
Timeout.
Of the
Bryant.
quarter.
Yeah.
Bryant takes a timeout. I haven't really looked for any flags. Do you see any breeze? No.
No, it was actually just a full timeout.
So Bryant takes the timeout here with 47 seconds left, and it is the first quarter, right?
Yeah, it's first quarter. 47 seconds, first quarter.
So apparently the defensive coaches saw something they wanted to instruct the team about, so Bryant takes the timeout. Next week, big showdown. Bryant Hornets will be playing at home. There'll be senior night, and they'll be playing the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats in a rematch of last year's state championship game. The Charging Wildcats trying to bounce back from a loss to Little Rock Catholic last week. We'll have some scores for you at halftime when we get there, and also some stats from Aaron Shuttleworth. See if I can look real quick and see who North Little Rock's got tonight. They're playing at home against Fort Smith Northside. Northside's been a hard luck team, still looking for their first conference victory.
Yeah, I think this defense is still trying to keep the shutout they've been going since the first game of the year in the Salt Bowl against Benton.
Yeah, haven't given up a first quarter touchdown. Score at all, actually.
First half, yeah.
G sends a man in motion, rolls that way, looking,
Holding.
under pressure, throws, and it's incomplete.
Man.
Did he get the flag? No.
No, he didn't get it, but they
tried to get it to Rudolph down about the 25, but he was running away from the, on the run, throwing against his body. And it's going to bring up a 4th and 5 at the 37. Cabot trailing 17-0. I imagine they'll go for this here.
Yeah, you had good coverage down there by T-Bird. But with Rodrigo all in his face.
So they're going for it. G in the shotgun. Tried to get a hard count to get Bryant to jump off sides. That didn't work, so they look to the sideline for a play call. Double wideouts to the left. That's the wide side of the field.
Oh, high snap.
G brings it down, however, trying to get find room for a pass. Throws down the middle, and it's incomplete.
Ooh.
Almost intercepted on the deflection by Schroeder. And the Hornets will take over on downs.
Schroeder was close to bringing that down, but just knocking it down. Got the ball a little further than if he would have intercepted it.
Originally, I think, who was that tipped it originally? It might have been Knox.
I think it was in Knox or Land.
So the Hornets will have it at their own 37-yard line as they make a defensive stand. It'll be interesting to find out what that timeout was all about there.
Whatever it was,
it worked.
It worked.
Yeah. So Ledbetter back on the field at quarterback. Trips to the right. That's the wide side of the field. Adams is the setback. He's had a good night so far. Fake it to him this time. Ledbetter down the middle.
Look at
Young. He's got a man. He breaks the tackle. He's at the 40, the 35.
Off to the races. Can he get the corner?
10, picks up some blocking, slows down, and they got it in.
Got it. Wow. Wow.
Just a post route, and he broke a couple of tackles and picked up some blocking from his fellow receivers down in the inside the 10. And are they gonna say he got in? I thought I saw the signal.
Yeah, they signaled it.
So that's a 63-yard touchdown pass as Bryant extends the lead, and Brock Funk is on to add the extra point with 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. That was a beauty there.
The pass was nice, got open, slung it right into the middle of the field, but the blocking is what really made that.
Extra point is up and good, and Bryant extends the lead. It's now Bryant 24 and Cabot nothing here with 20 seconds left in the first quarter.
Once you open those floodgates,
big plays.
It just keeps coming.
Well, and Cabot was taking some risks with their blitz, and once the Hornets started picking that up, they've been able to make big plays.
Yeah,
some great individual effort by Young and Adams as well.
Yeah, Cabot's selling out on that blitz, and they've gotten to Ledbetter a few times. Haven't knocked him down yet, but definitely been pressuring. But he's been rolling out. But just great, team play right there.
He really threw that one in the pipe. And Young made a great run after the catch. So he caught it about the 30. Or it may have been closer to the 40.
And that's only his 5th completion of the night. And that's the first double-digit yard completion of the night. So that just shows you.
Yeah, he's been dinking and dunking.
Yeah, this Cabot defense is doing a good job, but we've just been executing a little bit better on things.
Here's the kickoff once again. Freeman at the 6-yard line. 10, 15, 20, and this time he is brought down. Big stop by Penfield.
Yeah, Hart just laying it.
At the 18-yard line. And that time the kickoff to the side that way really benefited the Hornets as they had good coverage. Got it out to they're going to call it the 19-yard line, so a 13-yard return.
I think this is going to be the worst starting field position for Cabot.
They'll be at their own 19 and trailing at 24-0. This will be probably be the last play of the first quarter. Bryant sputtered a little bit early, but since then they've had a couple of big plays and have put the points on the board. Really started with a safety on a blocked punt by Cottrell Wallace. G will roll to the right, looking for somebody to throw to. He gets it away, and it is incomplete.
To nobody.
Really well covered on that was Carmack by T-Bird Wilson.
And T-Bird back there. You had, who else was back there? Another coverage. You had Austin back there. You even had Cottrell on a little bit of coverage. So there was just no lane for G to roll out to, and he rolled as far as he could. He was about to the sideline before he had to finally get rid of it.
So G with Graham Turner alongside him. He'll have double wideouts to the right, tight end on the far side. Hand off to Turner over the left side, and he's going to get out 4 or 5 yards. See, took it off the end of there, and they call it the 24. A 5-yard gain for Turner, and that's the end of the first quarter. It's Bryant 24, Cabot nothing. This is Hornet Football, brought to you by mmproductions.net.
At Middleton, we're here to save you time, money, and yes, even energy. Get a free Nest thermostat or Nest Protect with any qualifying new system. Call today for a free estimate. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here. At Middleton, we're here to be the best for you. Servicing and replacing more air conditioners than anyone in Arkansas, and voted best of the best. Why? Best price, best service. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, our commitment is and always will be to the community. Our loan officers are your supporters, your cheerleaders, your fans, your neighbors. And we're proud to cheer on our Bryant Hornets. For more information on Farmers Bank and Trust, stop by our conveniently located office or visit myfarmers.bank.
We begin the second quarter. Bryant leading 24-0. With a 3rd and 5 at their own 24, the Cabot Panthers with the football. Man in motion is Carmack, puts 3 receivers to the right, and G will roll that way. Stops, looks to throw deep down the middle, and it is overthrown, incomplete. Pretty good coverage there by Derek Rose. Knox was nearby too, as they have not yet been able to get the ball to Rudolph. And it'll be a punting situation for the Panthers once again.
Had Green back there. Was that
Putting
Green
the
or
pressure on.
Cottrell? It was a Green or Cottrell, one of the two. It was Green back there on pressure.
Kyle's been playing really well at that defensive end lately. Had that big interception at Central, ran it in for a touchdown.
High
Snap,
snap.
and they can't get rid of it. Bryant will have it inside the 10-yard line. As making the tackle was Rodrigo Martin. No, check that. Yeah, Rodrigo Martin and Kyle Green.
So the tackle for loss. It's almost not fair.
It's really been amazing. I mean, we haven't seen anything like this before.
No, I played for 3 years. I've been calling for 15. You've been calling for
25, 30.
I mean, I've never seen this before.
1st and goal at the 9 for Bryant. How quickly will they score? Hand off to Adams, right side. He's tripped up, and he gets down to about the 7. Again, my angle on this has me really searching for what line of scrimmage is.
It's on the 8.
So give him a yard.
1 yard.
2nd and goal. trips to the left. That's a wide side of the field for Ledbetter. Again, they'll try Adams as he goes up the middle, trying to find some room to run, but he's going to be brought down as before he can get to the 5.
He's stopped him at the 7.
So pick up on the play of just a 1 yard. And it'll be 3rd and goal at the 7-yard line for Bryant after the bad snap on the punt and a 15-yard loss.
Bryant is keep trying, running right up the gut. It's 2 in a row just for 2 yards, but see if that opens up to something else.
Double wideouts to the right side. Here's a delayed handoff to Adams, and he's going to be stopped short once again. So Bryant may take the opportunity to give Brock Funk a chance to kick a field goal.
That's going to be a loss of 1 on that one. Yep, loss of 1.
So it's 4th and goal at the 8, and here comes Brock Funk, who's really only had 1 chance to kick a field goal this season, and he knocked it through from 43 yards out. Healthy kick.
This one's going to be a 25-yarder.
He'll hold it at the 15, just like an extra point. Kick is good. So Brock Funk with the field goal, and it makes it Bryant 27 and Cabot nothing. 25-yard field goal, and the Hornets add to their lead.
And if you can do easy math, that is 8 points from 35. And 35 is that magic number that Bryant has been hitting.
Yes.
Every game.
Yeah, they have played. The offense is first team offense has played 2 possessions in the second half this season. And we'll see how it goes here. As Cabot will once again get the ball on the kickoff. This time going the other direction. Let's go back and check. I think Cabot's only had one first down, so he really hats off to this defense.
Mm-hmm. And a game that looked like it was going to be all right, this is going to be a heavyweight fight. A little drag and
whatever adjustments the Hornets made. They have 2 first downs. Cabot does, 1 by penalty.
Takes it at the 12.
And back up to around he's still on his feet, and he's going to be short of the 30-yard line as he's dragged out of bounds.
Oh, let's break it up.
Extracurricular activity on the.
Yep. I heard that through my microphone.
Yeah. Ball will be at the 29-yard line, and I think that was Freeman returning once again.
Yeah.
And 17-yard return. 9:58 left to play in this first half. Bryant leading at 27-0. And
Cabot's best offensive weapon has been their kick return. They've done fairly well on their return.
Turner alongside G. Hands it off right side, and he's going to get out across the 30 to about the 32-yard line.
Tackle from behind.
Big Shiflett, and now we have a flag come flying in.
I think it's going to be on Shiflett, probably stepping over him if I had to guess.
That was actually
Scarlett. Scarlett, yeah. That's what I'm going to assume it's going to be.
3-yard gain.
Yep, personal foul, dead ball.
And it'll be unsportsmanlike conduct. I would have meant personal foul is what they call them.
Yep, that's what he did. You can't step over him. That's stupid penalty.
Ball will be moved out to the 47-yard line.
All penalties are stupid. Some are just stupider.
Well, that's a 3rd first down for Cabot in the first half. They've got 9:40 and counting left to play to try to get on the board. G with Turner alongside, double wideouts to the right, and he's back to throw, looking that way. Throws it incomplete as he threw it in between his 2 receivers over there, Mowdy and Rudolph, and it falls incomplete. And it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 47.
You had Rose back there on coverage. Austin was back there. No, who was that on? Yeah, it was Austin
Schroeder.
back there.
Yeah. I was going to check here. I think G has had a pretty good season throwing the ball. He's been a little off target tonight.
Did you say it was 1,600 yards?
Something like that, yeah.
I mean,
I'm
that's
going to
just
check and see. I had the stats here, if I can find them. Yeah, here we go. He's thrown for 1,800 yards
wow.
coming into this game. Carmack in motion, a speed sweep, and he cuts it up inside, and he's going to pick up a couple of yards before he's really racked up. As Andy Scott was in there, and was that Scarlett getting a piece of that as well.
Scarlett got there first, and then just a whole host of everybody.
2 yards, and it'll be 3rd down and 8 at the 49 for the Panthers.
Scarlett coming out, got a new shiftment of everybody.
Yep, going with Tristan Sahika. He'll join Dalen Land and Cottrell Wallace at linebacker. We go with 3 down linemen. It's Martin, Green, and Bailey. G to throw.
Got flagged
on the play, and it's going to be a stop of the action here. That usually means offsides or false start, and they say it's a false start.
Yep. So 3rd and long just became 3rd and a little bit longer for these Cabot Panthers.
At 3rd and 13, they mark it back at the 44-yard line. Bryant leading at 27-0, 8:46 to play in the first half. Cabot trying to get something going here offensively. Rudolph and Mowdy out to the right. It's a wide side of the field. Carmack to the left. G, long snap count. 3-man rush. Throws it down the middle, and it is caught.
Wow, great
He laced
catch.
it in there,
Great
and
catch.
Carmack went up and got it at the 39 of Bryant. So first big pass play they've had.
Yeah, Sahika brought him down, but not before that pass. I mean, give credit where credit's due. He just threw that on a rope right to him in triple coverage, able to bring him down, move those chains. Big pickup. That's just what Cabot needed.
17-yard pickup to the Bryant 39. Same formation. Handoff to Turner, trying to get around the left side. He is hit and falls forward for a couple of yards as Scarlett was there along with big Andy Scott. Pick up on the play of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 8 at the 37. Bryant going with Scarlett back in at linebacker. Martin, Bailey, Scott, and there's a handoff on the
big
pickup, and as yardage down to the 25 and inside the 25 to the 20 before Tamarian Wilson got him down at the 21-yard line. And that's Turner. Kind of a delayed handoff, and things kind of broke open there.
And just the Red Seas parted on that one and had nothing but green grass ahead of him, but Tamarian able to bring him down. Another big open field tackle, stop a scoring from happening. But they're knocking on the door. They're right on the edge of the red zone.
G with double wide outs to the right. H-back is in there, moves to the left side. They fake the handoff to back to throw under some pressure, gets the pass away off the
wide
back
open. Wow.
And touchdown for Cabot as somebody busted a coverage, and the touchdown pass thrown to Logan Bell, the H-back.
Man, he was just
came out of the backfield.
Yeah, just wide open out there. Somebody wasn't on their man. And this Hornet first team defense giving up some points, first time since game 1.
That was just the second touchdown of the season in the first. Well, no, they've given up 20 points in the first half this season so far. That's the extra point attempt is up, and it is.
We got a flag. Offsides, Bryant. So are they going to go for 2 then?
Let's see here. The kicker is number 18, Jared Williams.
Offside. They're going to not go for 2. They're going to go with the kick still.
And they'll tee it up from the 8. Whitman gets the kick up, and it is good. So, with 7:22 left to play in the first half, Cabot gets on the board. Our score, Bryant 27, Cabot 7. And we got a kickoff coming up. Remember, you can get a DVD copy of tonight's game and all of the Bryant Hornet games this season from mmproductions.net. And our thanks once again to Middleton Heat and Air and Farmers Bank and Trust.
Bryant is normally the one doing the punching. They just got punched in the mouth. How do they,
How do they respond?
How do they respond?
Well, if they respond like they've been responding most of the year, there'll be some more points on the board before the half is out. They have actually outscored the opposition this year in the first half, 278 to 27 now. No, 278 coming into the game, so 278 almost. That's 300 to 27.
That's a good
kind
that's
of
a good percentage.
Kind of phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Whitman has it teed up at the 40-yard line. The Hornets have Heron back deep at about the 10-yard line, and now penalty flag comes in.
No, the ball came off. Yep.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't look like there's that much wind, but
well, it doesn't look like it, but the tent
tents are waving in the wind.
Yeah, well, the tent actually came flipping over, and almost came into the stands early in the first quarter.
Well, you can see it on the flags on the far end down there. So a little breeze, and it's a ground ball kick. It's going to be picked up by Schrader at the 35, and he's back to the 40-yard line where he's buried under. They don't want Bryant kicking it off or running back kickoffs, so the Hornets will have it with 7:17 left to play in the first half, leading at 27-7, and good field position at the 40.
I'm not sure if that was an onside kick. It's more than just a squib, but it was a short squib.
Yeah. Ground ball, trying to keep the deep runners from returning it. Trips to the left for Ledbetter. First appearance for Tanner Anderson. He gets the handoff, and he's around the right side, and he's going to be brought down after a pickup of about 3 yards. Again, he was following Devin Pitts, who was pulling from his center spot, coming to the short side of the field on that run. And the first run for Anderson is a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7 at the 43.
Anderson almost got pulled out of his jersey.
Yeah, it was almost a horse collar, but they just had jersey, so as long as they don't hook in underneath to get to that the top of those pads. Brooks Edmondson on the right side of the offensive line, along with looks like Ty Johnson. Go check that. That's Shiflett. Here's Anderson again. Didn't get any blocking over on that side, and they call him down. He thought he had kept his balance, but I think his elbow went down.
They're going to give him
no gain on the play.
Yeah, no gain. This Cabot run defense, other than the big 58-yard run, they've been honing in very well on this Hornet offense. You've had 6 yards, negative 6, 0, 6 yards, 1, 1, negative 1, 3, and 0. So that's
now the right side of this line is both sophomores. Empty backfield this time for Ledbetter, looking to throw. Now he bails, runs out to the right side, picks up a block, and he's close to a first down. I think it looks like he's about a yard short.
Half a yard, yeah.
So a 6-yard run for, actually that would be an 8-yard run. Oh, wait a minute. It was 3rd and 7.
Yeah, it'd be 6.
So a 6-yard run. And a 4th and 1 for Bryant. And this is where the Hornets do not hesitate to go for it.
They're 2 of
they trust their defense.
Yeah, they're 2 of 4 on 3rd down. This will be the first 4th down of the night.
Adams back in the backfield for the Hornets. Heron split to the left. Schrader on that side is the tight end. Young and Metters split out wide to the right. The handoff to Adams, and he bowls in through the pile and gets the first down at the Cabot 48-yard line. He's just hard to stop.
Yep, needed 1, got about 3.
So the Hornets continue the drive as they try to answer Cabot's touchdown. 5 minutes left to play in the first half. Bryant leading at 27-7.
Going to give him a long 2 on that one, so 2 yards. Or 3 yards on that one.
They look to the sideline for a call. Again, Adams alongside Ledbetter. Double wideouts to the right. Back to throw. Looking right side, down the middle, and it's almost caught on a slide by Metters, but he couldn't hang on to it. Ball was a little underthrown there, but maybe for good reason. There was pretty good coverage.
Yeah, he had to get on for that sliding tackle or sliding in the third base. Just whipped right off his pads.
So it's a 2nd and 10 at the Cabot 48-yard line for Bryant.
Ledbetter's 5 of 10 tonight.
He's got trips to the right side of the field. Empty backfield, so double wideouts to the left. Straight drop back, four-man rush, steps up, throws it, and it's incomplete. He threw it beyond the reach of Joseph Young, so a little off target there for Austin. It'll be a 3rd and 10. Well, the Hornets just converted a 4th down. They'll try to convert a 3rd down here, leading at 27-7 with 4:33 left to play in the first half. Rob Patrick, Aaron Shuttleworth with you here. Glad to have you along. Trips to the right. Again, the empty backfield. Ledbetter to throw, steps up now, and he's going to be dragged down. He broke one tackle, and then he got kicked in the head as he went down.
Yeah, his hit him right in the knee.
Yeah.
Or his knee hit his head, but he's limping a little bit.
So they got to the 47, just 1 yard on that, so the Hornets will punt it away, try to pin Cabot deep. And this, I think, is maybe the first time we've seen 2 punts in the first half.
Yeah.
But
Bryant's put up 27 points, but with this defensive play that Cabot has done, you would think it wouldn't be 27. But they've been giving it to Bryant.
Snap gets it to Scarlett.
Good kick.
Fair catch called for and made at the 13-yard line.
Yep.
12.
Right at the 13.
All right. So a 34-yard punt from Scarlett, and Cabot gets it back with 3:46 left to play here in the first half. Bryant leading at 27-7. Hornet defense on the field. Cabot now comes on.
The wind is really whipping now. That tent almost came back into the bleachers again.
Yeah, maybe some more storms coming this way. We've had very little rain since the game started. Tyler G., the quarterback, looking to throw. Right side, gets it outside, and it's incomplete. Good coverage that time. That was Wallace out there.
Yeah, Cottrell out there on coverage.
Carmack was the intended receiver, I believe. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Cabot back deep in their own end at the 13-yard line. Trailing 27-7, final 4 minutes of the first half. And if they continue to throw the ball, they'll give Bryant a chance to score again.
Pick up the blitz.
Throwing it outside, and it is caught, but it hit immediately. It was Wilson. They got it to, is that Rudolph? Yep, got it to Rudolph for the first time, but a short gain, if any.
Hit right in the hip.
Where are they marking?
Get him right at the 15.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 3rd and 8 there. Bryant trying to get the defense off the field, get a little more offense.
If you're Cabot, you want to get any positive yards right now, because if you don't convert this, you'll be punting pretty close to the end zone again, if not a foot in.
G, back to throw. Throws it outside.
Just lobs
and
it.
It's
Great pass breakup.
Schroeder on the breakup as they tried to get it to. What was that? That looks like it's Braden Jay in the ball game for the first time, and it's going to be a 4th down, deep in Cabot territory, and coming in to punt once again.
92.
I think it's Rhett Thurman. No, 92 is in the punt.
92.
Okay, that's Jose Hernandez.
So he's right at the 1 yard line.
They've had some trouble on the special teams. Had one blocked, had a bad snap. Good snap, gets the kick away.
Another rugby style.
Metters running it down, picks it up at the 41.
Took it
on
on the
the
bounce.
sideline. He gets out of bounds at the 48-yard line,
yeah.
49, 48. So Bryant will have it back and have 2:51 to try to get in the end zone. 7-yard return by Metters. And we'll see what the Hornets come up with here.
This Cabot
So
team.
we may actually see some Bryant offense in the second half.
Yeah, this Cabot team has definitely given Bryant the biggest adversity. I can't even talk. Adversity of the season.
And off to Adams, left side. Just shucks a tackler
Yep.
as he turns the corner, and he gets out to into Cabot territory at the 47. So about a 5-yard pickup. see. Yeah. 2nd and 5 for Bryant. Ledbetter has trips to the right. Heron, the lone wide out to the left. Actually, that's Young. Heron split farthest out to the right. Back to throw, looking to set up the screen. He gets it to Joseph Young. Has one man to beat. And
Face
can't
mask,
quite
face
do
mask,
it. They did
face
grab
mask.
his face mask.
Come on.
And he went down in a pile of Panthers at the 46-yard line.
Jeez,
So
how do you miss that? That was right in front of him.
short gain. Ball is marked at the 46. So just a 1-yard gain.
Oh, they got the flag. There we go.
Oh, they did?
Yep. I guess they just threw. I couldn't drop it.
Yeah, it's close to this near sideline, and the tents kind of prevent us from seeing the kids, prevent us from seeing that. So a 15-yard penalty gives Bryant a new set of downs at the 31-yard line of Cabot. Ledbetter with trips to the left. That's a wide side of the field. Ahmad Adams alongside him. Fakes to Adams. Throws to Young down the middle, and it's incomplete. Just fired it in there.
And he tipped it. So that was bang, bang right there.
So it'll be a 2nd and 10. Stops the clock with 1:55 left to play in the first half. Bryant's leading it 27-7. Cabot has done something a lot of teams haven't done. They've scored here in the first half. Ledbetter fakes to Adams again. Looks down the middle, and he gets it picked up. Almost got it picked off. Did they catch it? No, they said it hit the ground.
Hit the ground. Hit the ground.
It was tipped. I don't know what happened to Austin. He floated it out there, and was fortunate that it was not picked off, as it three different Cabot players had a hand on it.
Yeah, just kind of bouncing around everywhere.
I didn't see. Did he get his arm hit or something? The ball is at the 31, and it's a 3rd and 10 for Bryant now. Hasn't been quite as smooth as most nights for the Hornets. Perhaps that's a good thing, giving them a little challenge here. Trips to the left. Once again, empty backfield for Ledbetter. Looking to throw. Got his man. It's Metters. Again, it was off target, though.
Yeah, kind of in front of him.
Had to come around, kind of twist around to get to the ball, and it falls incomplete. And it'll be 4th and 10 at the 31.
You're just not playing smart. They're just a little off on the passing aspect. 6 of 15 for only 87 yards. You know, I know it's a little wet and damp out there, but just the little off cues and little missteps that this passing offense has done tonight, just showing.
Well, there's a trips to the left. Empty backfield again for Ledbetter. Back to throw, looking, throws it down the middle, and it is incomplete.
Man, another big.
Heron was met at the ball, and it falls incomplete, and Cabot will have it with 1:40 left to play in this first half. Bryant leading it 27-7. The ball will be at the 31-yard line.
You know, if that was if that happened at home, it might be a little longer in the field. There was
There'll certainly be some cat calls from the stands. There's a good contingent of Bryant fans on the far sideline, far bleachers, braving the wind and the cold. I formation behind G. Man in motion. They give it on a delayed handoff to Turner, and he's going to be brought down. Dalen Land, the first man there, as he gets it out to the 34. Gain of 3 for Turner. Be 2nd and 7 at the 34.
And Land and Tahika in there.
Actually give him to the 33, so just 2 yards on that run by Turner. They look to the sideline for a play call. It's 1:14 left to play in the half. And Bryant leading at 27-7. We'll see if Cabot takes some chances here. They're lining up with the H-back. Now they're going to under center and roll with the I formation. Fakes to Turner, looking to throw deep down the middle, and it is
intercepted.
Off.
Oh, there's a flag.
Could have called a fair catch. Schroeder was all over the receiver, and that may be the penalty there. But no, it was Derek Rose that had it picked.
Yeah, he was just waiting for it.
Yeah, he could have called a fair catch. But they bring it back to the line of scrimmage, and they'll mark off 15 yards.
Yeah, push. Another big penalty.
1st and 10 for Cabot, and they should be, see, from the 33, should be at about the 48-yard line. And that's where they mark it. And Cabot will have 50 seconds to try to do something like that again.
So Bryant will be getting the ball back, starting at 3rd. So Cabot definitely wants to do
Get
something.
here. Yeah. Bryant brings 3, throw outside and beyond the reach of Mowdy. Schroeder on the coverage there. And they're saying they're Cabot calling for a late hit on the quarterback.
Cottrell was kind of a lazy boy out there, just relaxing,
slow getting up.
Relaxing and reclining a little bit.
Be 2nd and 10. They had everybody kind of gathered around Tyler G after he'd gone down.
He's holding something.
Gets the play from the sideline. Looking at his armband that shows the plays. Double wideouts to the right. And they run the little option pitch.
Oh, that's a live ball.
And Bryant, I believe, has covered it.
No, they said it was forward. Oh, man, he got lucky on that one.
So an incomplete pass. Yeah, I think they did get lucky on that one. It's 3rd and 10 at the 48. So he was definitely not in front of G on that play. So 3rd and 10. Clock at 40 seconds left to play in the half. Bryant leading at 27-7. One of their smaller leads of the half this season.
Ooh, tried to draw my fly. It almost came. Almost came.
Yeah. Land was on a blitz, and now they're going to take a timeout with 40 seconds left. We'll have some scores from other games for you at halftime. And get some stats from Aaron. We'll talk about the playoffs a little bit. Got starting to come into form. Could have a rematch in the 2nd round with the Fayetteville Bulldogs. We'll see how that goes. So the Hornets have the ball. Actually, the Panthers have the ball. They're gathered around their offensive coaches on the near side. The Hornet defense around the defensive coaches on the far side. Of course, Quad Sanders is the defensive coordinator. He and offensive coordinator Kirk Bach work up here in the press box. And you can, if you listen carefully, every once in a while you can hear Quad talking to the defensive coaches. So they're right. I think they're on the veranda over here outside. What do you call that? A little walkway between the two press boxes.
Little breezeway.
Segmented press box. It's an old one that they've refurbished. So double wideouts to the right for G. Now going in motion that way is Matt Carmack. So he's back to throw. Under some pressure, throws it deep down the right side, and it's incomplete. Derek Rose had the best chance to catch it. And
there's a flag.
They're going to call it roughing the passer this time.
Yep.
As they really pounded G. It's a little slow getting up.
Yep. Roughing the passer.
Wasn't sure who it was that got to him.
Yeah, there was a couple back there. It was we're kind of in an enclosed booth and didn't hear who they called, but it was a
Ball moves all the way down to the 37 with 35 seconds left. And now we have a flag again, and this time it's going to be a false startup, I believe. At least they stopped the play.
Yeah, I don't think it was play was ready for set. I mean, it should be a penalty, but
no, they're going to reset it to play. So no penalty on that. G in the shotgun with Turner alongside. He's got double wideouts to the right.
Oh, there goes the tents.
Alongside, it's Rudolph and Mowdy to the right. Carmack to the left with a tight end on that side. There's a handoff to, no, G's going to keep it, and he's brought down from behind by Rodrigo Martin at the 32-yard line.
Took their
Pick
last
up a
timeout.
5. So a timeout for Cabot here with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And it'll be a 2nd and 5 at the 32 as they try to add to their point total. It's 27-7 Bryant in favor here. The Hornets, as Aaron mentioned, will get the second half kickoff after they deferred after winning the toss. Some of the games that are being played in the 7A Central Conference tonight. Central's at Conway, Northside's at North Little Rock, and Catholic is playing at Southside. In the West Conference, we've got Bentonville playing at Rogers. That'll be lopsided. Rogers Heritage playing at Bentonville West. That'll be lopsided. Fayetteville's playing at Springdale. I imagine that might be lopsided too. And Springdale Harbor is playing at Van Buren. Van Buren's been kind of a surprise in the West Conference. We'll see how that goes. It'll be an interesting score to watch for, Harbor and Van Buren. So G has got it ready to go. He's got double wideouts to the right, including, let's see, a single receiver to the left. No, double wideouts either side as Rudolph is in the slot. G back to throw. 3-man rush. Throws it to the outside. It's caught by Rudolph on the sideline.
Toe tapped and brought it in.
20-yard line. And the clock is at 22 seconds left.
That was a good catch.
First reception by their top receiver, DeCairo Rudolph. Ball is at the 20, a 12-yard pickup on that play, and a new set of downs for the Panthers.
And knocking on the door again, right at the red zone.
G trips to the right. That's a wide side of the field. Looking back,
Bringing
to
the
left.
ball. Ooh,
On the blitz was Cottrell Wallace, and he puts a form tackle on G, who is still down. Got him right up under the chin, I think.
Wow.
But he was smacked by Cottrell Wallace.
That
and
was.
the ball will be, they're going to attend to G at where he went down at the 31, maybe the 32-yard line.
That was a hard hit.
That was a smackdown.
Yeah.
And G has still not gotten up. 14 seconds left in the half.
Right under the.
I'm not sure where he hit him. If we could look at the replay, we might be able to tell you, but we can't really look at the replay.
I got you right here.
We're in a booth that's.
Man, he just came unblocked, got him right underneath the chin. Just
kind of jacked his jaw.
Yeah, just.
So he's coming off on his own power, but slowly.
Man.
And the ball is marked.
Hopefully he's all right. He's going to be in concussion protocol. He's got to be.
Yeah. Ball will be marked at the 31.
He's a little
loss
woozy.
of 11. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Ball's at the 30, so a loss of 10 on the play. Cottrell Wallace came unblocked and really steamrolled. Just came right through.
Big sack.
Tyler G. And now Carmack is the new quarterback. 13 seconds. This will be the last play of the half, and he pitches it outside to Turner, and gets out of bounds at about the 24.
Might have one more play.
Yeah, 7 seconds left. He's got, they're marking at the 24. It's 6 yards. It'll be a 3rd down and 15 at the 24. Bryant leads at 27-7. And they send double wideouts to the right side. But with Carmack at quarterback coming from the wide receiver spot, I don't know if they're going to try to pass it. He throws it deep down the right side, trying to get it
coverage.
To Rudolph.
Oh, man, you bring that in?
Derek Rose was right there man-to-man and flicked it away at the last second.
Yeah, that was
coverage by Rose.
Good coverage, man. They were just going to be fighting for that ball in that near corner. But 1 second left. Yeah, I mean that was
one more time.
That was a good read, and he didn't have him beat, but he definitely had a step on him.
Pretty good throw for a backup.
Yeah, I mean that was a nice little pass.
Good coverage there by Derek Rose. One more shot here for Cabot from the 24-yard line. Man in motion. He'll roll that way, and here comes Ahmad. He gets ticked, and stepping up to throw out of the end zone is Carmack, and it'll be incomplete. And they just avoided having Carmack take a shot from Wallace as the running back managed to get a piece of Cottrell as he was coming in. Do we have a flag?
Yeah, there's a flag. They're going to be roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer. I didn't think they got to him.
Number 21.
21.
That's what I thought he heard him say. I don't.
There's 21, not a 21 on the field.
Maybe 41.
That would be Dalen Land. So there'll be a free play here for the Cabot Panthers, and the ball is going to be moved down to the
See, put it
12?
12, it looks like. Yeah, they haven't placed it yet. They're just still walking.
So actually half the distance to the goal line is a 12-yard penalty.
Yeah, right at the 12, put on that far left hash.
And are they going to try a field goal? Yeah, it looks that way. To attempt the field goal will be Jared Whitman. And the ball will be marked at the 19-yard line, so a 29-yard attempt. That'll be the first team since Benton.
Timeout.
We have a
timeout.
And the Hornets have them, so they might as well take them.
Yep.
They take this timeout here with no time left on the clock. They get a free play here. It'll be a 29-yard field goal attempt. Once again, we'll have scores. We'll have stats for you here at halftime. It's been pretty competitive. Bryant's had some big plays, a big run by Ahmad Adams, big touchdown pass to Joseph Young.
It's been a fight this whole half so far, and it's been a long half.
Yep. And we won't be in the mercy rule to start the second half. So
you're going to see how just nutrition now, because you're going to have. It looks like this game is going to go. You know, your starters are going to play the whole thing.
Now Bryant will call a second timeout as Buck James is down there by the official.
And that's their last one.
Trying to make the kicker Whitman think about it a little bit, I guess. And it would at 27-7 and 27-10. There's a little difference there.
Yeah.
It certainly seems. Right now it's a 20-point lead. That'd be 3 scores. Either way, it's going to be a 3-score lead.
Mm-hmm. Well, and just these. I mean, Bryant winning, but just the way that Cabot has been aggressive and knocking on the door, it doesn't seem like it's a 20-point lead.
Well, we're used to blowouts.
Yeah, it seems like it's
a
tighter.
Relatively speaking, it's still quite a lead. High snap. Whitman gets it up, and it is
good.
Got it through anyway. Good job by the holder. I think that might have been Carmack that was holding, or Mowdy.
And that was Rose almost right there to stop it.
So we're at the half, and the Hornets with a 27-10 lead over Cabot. And the Hornets go to the locker room to plot for the second half, and we'll see first-teamers in the third quarter in this ball game. So we'll go to halftime. We'll hear from our sponsors, Middleton Heat and Air and Farmers Bank and Trust. And again, for a DVD copy of tonight's game, go to mmproductions.net. This is Hornet Football, brought to you by mmproductions.net.
At Middleton, we're here to save you time, money, and yes, even energy. Get a free Nest thermostat or Nest Protect with any qualifying new system. Call today for a free estimate. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here. At Middleton, we're here to be the best for you. Servicing and replacing more air conditioners than anyone in Arkansas, and voted best of the best. Why? Best price, best service. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, our commitment is and always will be to the community. Our loan officers are your supporters, your cheerleaders, your fans, your neighbors. And we're proud to cheer on our Bryant Hornets. For more information on Farmers Bank and Trust, stop by our conveniently located office or visit myfarmers.bank.
Bryant Hornets with a 27-10 lead here at halftime. We mentioned earlier that Bryant has only given up 20 points coming into this game, so Cabot has scored half that much here in this first half, and Panthers giving the Hornets some competition here tonight, which hasn't happened in any of the games really so far this season. I think Bryant led just by 28 against Benton in the Salt Bowl early on. Benton scored 14 points in that ball game. So, and that's been a season high. 14 points is the most Bryant's defense has given up. So, Cabot with a 10 already, so may have a chance to eclipse that. I'm Rob Patrick. With me is Aaron Shuttleworth, and Aaron's got the stats for the first half.
Yeah, I'm good to go. On the offensive side, Austin Ledbetter, 6 of 16, 87 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Receiving those, Trayvon Herron, 1 reception for 3 yards, 1 touchdown. Jake Metters, 2 for 14 yards. Ahmad Adams, 1 for -1. And Joseph Young, 2 for 71 yards, 1 touchdown, and one of those being the 63-yard bomb. Not really bomb, just 63-yard kind of dunk and dink, but able to run out the 63 yards and high-stepping towards the very end.
It's probably a 20-yard pass.
Yeah. On the ground, Ledbetter, 3, 25 yards, had a big pickup of, I believe it was like 18 yards. Yeah, 18 yards for that, so good job by Ledbetter on that one. Ahmad Adams, workhorse on the ground tonight, 13 carries, 118 yards, 1 touchdown, and then Tanner Anderson has touched the ball twice for 3 yards. On the defensive side, let's see. Rodrigo Martin, 3 solo, 1 tackle for loss, 1 hurry up. David Shiflett, 1 assist. Kyle Green, 1 tackle for loss, a couple hurry ups. Cameron Scarlett, 1 solo, 1 assist. Dalen Land, 3 solo, 2 assist. Catrell Wallace, 1 solo, 1 sack, 1 hurry up, 1 pass breakup, and 2 blocked punts, but also a couple penalties. And he definitely did take out G. Hopefully he's okay on that, but he did hit him pretty good right underneath the chin. Tamarian Wilson, 2 solo. Tristan Sahika, 1 assist. Hart Penfield, 1 assist. Kyle Knox, 2 pass breakups. And Austin Schroeder, 1 solo, 2 pass breakups. So defense has been a bend but don't break that last drive. Penalties definitely help push the Cabot Panthers further down the field, able to get 3 points out of it. Again, stupid penalties. That's just roughing the passer. You got to hold up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's definitely getting chippy out there. The ref, he hasn't lost it, but it's a good thing the halftime happened when it did.
Yeah.
Because if not, we were going to see something, and it was getting ugly.
I think back, and I'm hearing some calls from the fans on this side. We're on the Cabot side.
Yeah, we're on the home side.
And I remember when Bryant wasn't very good, and it seemed like teams like Pine Bluff and would come in and really rough up the Hornets.
Yeah.
And the hometown fans would say, "Hey, don't be so rough." But you look, you remember what game we're watching here?
Yeah.
It's a physical game,
It
and
is.
Bryant's been challenged, and they're coming out and being physical as well.
It is, and this is the most challenging team that we've played, so far. By this time, like I said, it was almost not, I don't want to say boring, but we were already up 35 points, 40 points, just walking through the teams. This one here, it's a fight. It's that Mike Tyson saying, everybody has a plan until you're punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
What is Bryant going to come back in the third quarter and do?
Some scores from around the state. Bentonville West leads over Rogers Heritage 50-0 at halftime.
Well,
Heritage is the worst team in the West in the 7A. Let's see. Little Rock Catholic just leads Fort Smith Southside 3-0 at the half. Northside has a 25-7 lead over North Little Rock at the half.
wow.
So North Little Rock, coming off of the loss to Cabot Catholic last week, they're in trouble against Fort Smith Northside tonight.
And Northside looking for their first conference win.
Indeed so. Bentonville's up 35-7 over Rogers. Fayetteville leads Springdale 16-0 at the half. And Harbor and Van Buren tied 7-7 at the half. That's the most interesting game in the West. Benton is even with Greenwood at the half, 17-17. So the Panthers having a good night.
So your games are either blowouts or they're close.
Yeah.
It's one or the other.
Yeah. There's just a few games that are good matches this evening. Big showdown in the 5A, or actually, no, that's actually 6A. Jonesboro leads Searcy 30-21 at the half. Lake Hamilton and Sheridan tied 10-10 at the halftime. Lake Hamilton is undefeated on the season, so an interesting score there. And of course, here we have Bryant leading 27-10 over Cabot, as the Panthers, who have played Bryant, they have played a total of 43 times since 1953, and Cabot actually has a 29-13-1 lead in the series. Back when the series ended in 2012, and between 2006 and 2012, it was almost an every other year deal. Whoever was home was the winner. Since they started playing again in 2016, Bryant's had the better of it. We go back earlier, though, back to between 2006 and 1990, they didn't play. So most of this series was played before 1990, when Bryant wasn't very good. And Cabot really had the best of that. That's why they've got that 29-13-1 lead at overall in this series since 1953. Cabot's playing at Northside next week, and that'll be interesting, if especially if Northside can hang on against North Little Rock tonight. Make it much more interesting. Of course, Bryant's got North Little Rock, and everybody suspects that anything that is wrong with North Little Rock now will be cured by then. And Bryant will get their best shot. They always get everybody's best shot, being number 1 in the state.
Number
and
14,
the defending.
Yeah. And 14 in the nation.
Yeah, according to Max Preps. And the defending state champions. So we'll see how that goes.
Everybody wants to knock the giant off the perch.
No doubt about it.
And you know, Cabot is they're throwing some haymakers, and they're connecting with a few.
Yeah, they're giving it a shot. They've struggled a bit on offense, but they were helped on their touchdown drive by some penalties.
Yeah, definitely.
Looking at the schedule for the playoffs, and if I compare it to the standings going into this 8th week of the season, we can kind of get some idea, perhaps, of who's going to play whom, as we get to the playoffs in 3 weeks. Of course, Bryant looks like the top seed, but Catholic, North Little Rock, and Conway all have just one loss, and Bryant has to still play North Little Rock and Conway. But it certainly looks like North Little Rock may be headed to a second loss tonight against Fort Smith Northside, trailing 25-7 at the half. But if Bryant can hang on and get that number 1 seed, they'll have, of course, the first round bye. And in the second round, they would play the winner of West 4 and Central 5. Now, right now, that would be a game between Cabot and Fayetteville. So 2 teams they've already played. Of course, that happens a lot. And that would be the second round game. And the Hornets would be on the lower end of the bracket, paired up with the 2 team from the West, which would be the loser of the Bentonville West game. That they've pretty much got a seal on the top of that. So it could get another rematch with Bentonville West eventually in the semifinals. Bentonville, the winner of that game, when they play each other the last week of the regular season, will get the number 1 seed from the West. And so they'll be on the opposite side. Everybody's talking about undefeated Bentonville playing undefeated Bryant in the state championship game, but there's a long way to go before we get there. And some matchups to think about. Yeah,
including tonight alone. You know, we still have 2 quarters to play here, which is you never know what could come about. You know, you're going to have your first team on both sides.
The question will be, is Tyler G able to come back in the second half? Carmack threw a good ball.
Carmack, yeah, he had a great ball, had that loft. You know, touching back on the penalty-wise, on say that we have 7 penalties for 85 yards, 4 of them being personal fouls.
That's been a problem for the Hornets this season, but it's often a problem for a team that is considerably better than the other team. I've seen it year to year that a lot of times the better teams, the best teams, are penalized more. And I think it probably just has something to do with that little extra aggression.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what we're seeing. You know, they're getting there just a tick fast. You know, that just drive to assert your dominance, and you're just getting a little bit more longer on the field.
So we're at halftime here with Bryant leading at 27-10 over the Cabot Panthers. We'll take a timeout here and come back and talk about the second half a little bit more. Stay tuned. You're watching the Bryant Hornets on a production of mmproductions.net.
At Middleton, we're here to save you time, money, and yes, even energy. Get a free Nest thermostat or Nest Protect with any qualifying new system. Call today for a free estimate. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here. At Middleton, we're here to be the best for you. Servicing and replacing more air conditioners than anyone in Arkansas, and voted best of the best. Why? Best price, best service. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, our commitment is and always will be to the community. Our loan officers are your supporters, your cheerleaders, your fans, your neighbors. And we're proud to cheer on our Bryant Hornets. For more information on Farmers Bank and Trust, stop by our conveniently located office or visit myfarmers.bank.
Bryant Hornets with a 27-10 lead here at halftime. And the Hornets started the scoring with a safety, the first of the season, when Cottrell Wallace blocked a punt through the back of the end zone. The Hornets led 2-0, and Cabot had to kick off to them, and then they drove down and scored a touchdown, drove 58 yards. And the big play was a 30-yard run by Ahmad Adams. They got a personal foul penalty along the way that helped. And the touchdown came on a 3-yard pass from Ledbetter to Trayvon Heron. And Austin is threatening the school record. He set a school record with 5 touchdown passes in the first half last week. That was the most that's been thrown in a single game by a Bryant quarterback, set by Jeremy Wooten back in 2000. He has a chance to break the record for most touchdown passes in a season. So he's already came into the game with 21 of them. I think the record is 29, and I guess he's got a couple tonight. He threw for a 2-point conversion to Hayden Schrader. And then Ahmad Adams set sail on a phenomenal 58-yard touchdown run to make it 17-0. And the final touchdown came on a 63-yard completion from Ledbetter to Joseph Young. That made it 24-0. The Hornets later got in, a bad snap on a punt gave the Hornets first down at the 9, and they weren't able to get into the end zone. They called on Brock Funk to kick a 28-yard field goal. He's 2 for 2 this season, and that made it 27-0. Cabot's come back and put 10 points on the board. Penalties helped both times. A 15-yarder early in the possession where they got their touchdown, and then a 21-yard touchdown pass thrown by Tyler G. to his tight end, and then later a face mask penalty helped them drive for a field goal that was kicked through by Whitman to make it. Actually, they had an extra play out of that because of penalty, roughing the passer penalty. Got them down to the 12-yard line with no time left on the clock. You can't end a half on a defensive penalty, so they got an extra play and they kicked a field goal, and it's 27-10 after all of that.
Yeah, like you're saying, it's gonna be interesting to see if G comes back out. He did get hit pretty well. We saw just a glimpse of
Carmack.
Carmack. Good, strong arm. Got it into that corner. We'll see what he do. He also, he got hit pretty well too, and that was the last
one that they roughed.
Yeah, that was the last play. Well, should have been the last play of the game, but did a little more. But Bryant coming out, getting the ball first.
We'll see how snappy they are as they begin the second half. They sputtered a little bit offensively. They haven't been as efficient as they've been the rest of the season, and you got to give Cabot a lot of credit for that. And they trail at 27-10, and I think probably 27 points is the least amount that Bryant scored in the first half.
Yeah.
Of course, we're used to,
like
here we are. We're saying Bryant only has a 27-10 lead. That we're spoiled.
Yeah.
Because in 5 of the previous 7 games, they've had it in the mercy rule by halftime.
Yeah.
So,
but like you're saying, I mean, they sputtered a little bit. First series of the game, 6 yards on the ground, and then -6 yards, and then another rush for no yards, so a punt. Then you had another possession in the first of the second quarter, 1 yard, -1. I mean, it's just we have 27 points, but we've left points on the field off the board. We've also we've had 1 turnover. Could have been picked off at least one other time and just kind of bobbled around where there's too many Panthers around to nobody to really grab it. We've also given up more turnovers. We got an interception, a penalty, another big one. And
Adams. I mean, Rose had an interception, but it was called.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, got that, but had that holding call. So just few miscues. Definitely things to tighten up at. This coaching staff is definitely going to do their job and get them ready to go because they've seen what is on the other side of the field, and they're ready to play.
We're at halftime. It's 27-10, Bryant with the lead, and we'll take another timeout and come back with the second half unless they have to add some time, as they often do.
Yeah, Bryant's out. Cabot is not out yet.
So we'll see. We'll take the break, and once again, thanks to Midland Heat and Air and Farmers Bank and Trust. This is Hornet Football, brought to you by mmproductions.net.
At Middleton, we're here to save you time, money, and yes, even energy. Get a free Nest thermostat or Nest Protect with any qualifying new system. Call today for a free estimate. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here. At Middleton, we're here to be the best for you. Servicing and replacing more air conditioners than anyone in Arkansas, and voted best of the best. Why? Best price, best service. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, our commitment is and always will be to the community. Our loan officers are your supporters, your cheerleaders, your fans, your neighbors. And we're proud to cheer on our Bryant Hornets. For more information on Farmers Bank and Trust, stop by our conveniently located office or visit myfarmers.bank.
We're back at Panther Stadium on the campus of Cabot High School. Bryant warming up in the end zone or down on one end, and they will be getting the ball to start the second half, leading 27-10. They had a 27-0 lead, and Cabot did a good job of coming back to get their 10 points. As we mentioned, some big penalties have helped them out there. So we'll see how the second half goes, if the Hornets can play a little more disciplined on offense and defense.
The big
Most
penalties,
of the penalties have been on the defense.
Yeah, the big penalties haven't stalled a drive. They've exceeded the drive.
Yeah, they've fueled them.
Yeah, it's no penalty is really good one. I will take it back. We've had one good penalty because it would have been a reception for 20, 25 yards. Only ended up being 10. So I'll take that as a good penalty. But everything else, bad penalties. But there's always something to work on, get better at, and we'll see if they did that.
Yeah, and they have a 17-point lead with the ball. So who are we to complain? The Hornets have had a tremendous season so far, and they're about due to have a bit more of a contest on their hands.
And you want that.
It's really good.
Yeah. And you want that going into we're 3 weeks out of playoffs. You just don't want to coast in there. You want to see where you need to tighten up at, see where you can get better at. It's kind of like in NCAA basketball, going into the tournament in March, you kind of want to get a little bit more of those tougher games. I mean, even lose that game before the tournament just to get that out of your system. And then, once you're done in the tournament, you're done. So you want to get that out of the system. But just have that the adversity that you're going to face. Get that now, see the film, see where you can get at, and go from there. And this
Yeah.
coaching
They
staff
put
is
some more time on the clock, as we mentioned.
a
Yeah,
surprise.
this coaching staff's done a great job.
Mhm.
We mentioned that Northside was up on North Little Rock 25-7. That game is actually in the second quarter, and North Little Rock just scored again, so it's 25-14. But coming off a loss to Little Rock Catholic last week, North Little Rock has got to be feeling the pressure a little bit,
Yeah.
since they try to keep pace with the Bryant Hornets, who will host them for senior night next Friday night. We'll have that for you here on the stream. And once again, our thanks to MM Productions. You can get DVD copies of the ball games, all of the games this year, through mmproductions.net. And be sure and go out and thank Midland Heat and Air and Farmers Bank and Trust for sponsoring and allowing us to have this stream.
Gee is out here throwing with Carmack.
Yeah, looks like he's going to be okay.
Yep.
Just kind of got his bell rung a little bit and probably passed all the tests, and we will see the starter out there once Cabot gets on the offense. But Bryant will have it first to start the second half. As they're on the far sideline, wearing their white shirts and blue pants, their usual visiting uniforms this year. Cabot in all red, as they are at home tonight. Rob Patrick, Aaron Shuttleworth with you, and we're about ready for the second half kickoff as Cabot gets warmed up. They were a little late coming out of the end zone athletic facility down there. Probably have an indoor workout area and a nice facility for the Panthers. And what do you expect to see here in this first possession from Bryant? Going to bear down a little bit?
Yeah, bear down a little bit. It looks like it's drizzling a little bit. The wind is still whipping. It's definitely still whipping. Drizzle is coming. The Ledbetter hasn't. He's been getting good protection. He's been rolling out a lot, more design plays, but he's been off just a hair. Not too bad, but just enough to make a difference because like I was saying, he's only 6 of 16 for only 87 yards. I don't think he's been sub 100 at all, but just a few notches off, and I expect that to be taken care of coming back into the third, getting the ball first.
Well, credit Cabot's defense. Mm-hmm. They've only given up big plays, and that's kind of the gamble you take when you take gambles to pressuring with your linebackers doing some blitzing, and sometimes you get burned. And the Hornets have had at least 3 big plays tonight, and we're ready to kick off this second. Double wide out, Stu is right. And they give it off to Freeman, or Turner up in the middle, and he grinds it out to about the 36-yard line, which is short of a first down.
Hard run off tackle.
But they're trying to maybe establish the ground game.
Green bring him down, but that another dude just not really dive, but just hits that.
It's a classic I formation play.
Just hits it hard.
It's about a half a yard short, so 3rd and 1.
They moved it back just now, so it's more like 3rd and 2.
Still the I formation. They'll go to the tailbacks. First time I've seen that tailback. Yeah, they actually had to get out to the 38. So Monte Baker play of the game, and he's going to get about another half of that yard.
Where Beaver Martin bringing him down.
That'll be 4th down and about 2, I guess.
They're sitting back at the 25.
And the punter is once again Jose Hernandez.
So the snap is.
Or it's blocked one and tipped another, and they get this one away.
Awesome lights. Okay, good kick. Oh, he
Matters tried to catch it at the 20 and fumbled it, and it goes back to the 18, or about the 18-yard line. So, we apologize for the technical difficulties as we had trouble with our audio. Got a word from my wife, and it sounds like we're in the bottom of the well, but we can hear it. We can hear you both now, so that's progress. Bryant with a 1st and 10 at the 18, leading it to 34-10. Austin Ledbetter takes the handoff. Now looks to throw, but he's going to take it off it and run. And he's going to break a tackle and get out to about the 30 or 22-yard line. So
took the ball anyway.
Yeah. So Austin running the ball for 4 yards since it's scrambled. He had an open receiver in his initial look.
4 positive yards, ran for about 22. Zig and zag.
2nd down and 6. There's Adams, first carry of the second half. That's a good block from Pitts. And he's driven down as he got to about the 27, maybe the 28. Just shy of the first down.
4-yard, 5-yard run, like 5 yards on that one.
So 3rd and 1 at the 27. Thank all of you who have been trying to tell us that there's no sound. We're trying to work on that, and I appreciate your patience. There's Adams. Right side. He's got a 1st down and more. 30,
here he goes.
35, 40. And they try to strip the ball away, but they bring him down across the 45 to about the 48-yard line. Made sure to cover that up and didn't worry about the advancing the ball any further. He was covered and picked up after the 48. That would be 21 yards. 1st and 10 for Bryant. Leading it 34-7. Now Anderson in the backfield with Austin Ledbetter. Double wide out to either side. Hornets have gone more to the running game here in the second half. Bobbled the snap. Austin looking for someplace to run. Rolls out to the right. Throws it incomplete. Just at the feet of Joseph Young as he was trying to just avoid a loss there.
Yeah, I'll take that. That was something else. Good pancake block over here too. Which I don't know if you can still do that in high school or not. But scrambling, just getting rid of it.
And it's fortunate that there were no offensive linemen down the field.
Oh, there is a flag.
Maybe there were.
Yeah, there is a flag. I think that's. Yeah, once you're scrambling, you're just.
Yeah, the blockers get downfield, and there'll be a mark off here against the Hornets if they continue ineligible receiver downfield.
And you know that's one of those plays where it's really not. You can't fault the lineman for that because once he sees that his quarterback scrambling and run,
he figures that Ledbett's going to run with it.
Not expecting him to pull back up. And
they're going to take that play.
Yeah, they decline it.
And it's going to be a 2nd and 10 at the 48. Thank you. Ledbetter in empty backfield, looking to throw. Down the middle, crossing pattern to Young. Breaks the tackle, tries to break the tackle, then spins out of that one, but then they get him. Then a pickup just to the 48, pick up 4 yards. Joseph almost got free on that one. Almost got face mask.
He was fighting the whole way.
It'll be a 3rd down and 6 at the Cabot 48-yard line. And the Hornets offense trying to advance this and get some more points on the board. They lead it 34-10. They scored on the first drive of the half. They got a stop against Cabot and got it back there.
Anderson came out, so we have full, no protection back there for him.
Trips to the right. That's the wide side of the field for Ledbetter, and he'll roll that way. Throws to the outside. Got a man. It's Metters. He's going to be dragged out of bounds. Close to the first down.
We got it.
And just enough for the first down. They'll call it the 42, 41 maybe. And they say yes, it is a first down. So call it a 6-yard completion to the 42. We are just underway here in the 5 minutes and 9 seconds left playing the 3rd quarter. Bryant leading at 34-10. Adams back in the backfield for the Hornets. Double wideouts to the right. Schrader at the tight end spot on the left side. And Ledbetter gives it to Adams. Looking for room to run. Cuts it outside. Nice. Good yards. Still on his feet to the 30, the 35, and a tremendous run. Ahmad Adams. There were people falling at his feet all along the way, and he gets down to the 25.
Yeah, Ahmad fought for every yard on that. Just ran into a wall, bounced out, spun, did another spin, just keeping those legs driving.
17 yards when it looked like he had nothing. Now Anderson back in the game. Better with a solo receiver out to the far side on the wide side of the field. That is right on here. They give it to Anderson, and he's got nowhere to go. They drop him for a loss back to the 31-yard line. Cabot did a good job of busting up the blocking here to that play, pushing it back into the backfield.
Loss of 6.
Yeah. Back to the 31. It'll be 2nd and 16. Tanner's had a couple of good runs in this half on that very play, but Cabot made an adjustment. Now Ledbetter rolling, throws it down the middle to Schrader in the first catch and the first down inside the 15.
His first reception.
Schrader off, just had a step on the defender, and Ledbetter laced it in there nicely. And the ball will be at the 13-yard line. 13. Getting dry balls, so it takes a while for them to get it on the ground. Picked up 18 yards on that play. Play better with Anderson alongside. Metters in motion to the left side. Gets it to Anderson, the right side.
Good bounce.
Flat on the play. Block. Right into that blocking area, and Anderson rolled down inside the 5-yard line.
I'll see what it is. Ledbetter shaking his head.
It was right at the point of contact. Flags are thrown tonight. It'll be a hold against the Hornets. We'll mark it back to the 24. So 11 yards on the loss on the penalty, so it'll be a 1st and 21 at the 24-yard line. Need to get to the 3 for a first down. Tight quarters here at Cabot Panther Stadium. And I are practically sitting on top of each other.
Weird.
We're right behind me is Dakota with his laptop on a little stool.
Stood up this whole game.
Ledbetter, the throw. Looking to the right side, down the right side. He's got
Nice.
a touchdown, Bryant.
Woo, that was pretty. It was that 8?
That is Metters.
Yep.
So Bryant with the touchdown pass. Metters made one move and got past the defender. And was open ahead of him, 24 yards for the touchdown. And Hornets have increased the lead with 3:28 left to play in this 3rd quarter. And Kick will be attempted by Brock Funk. Kicks it through, and it's our score with 3:28 left to play in this third quarter. Bryant 41, Cabot 10. And it's real closer to that 35-point lead that they need for a mercy rule game.
So there's still a 2-possession game to get that going. Unless we get 2 safeties really quick.
Yeah, that's we've had a safety in this game, which is first of the season. Let's see some of the scores. Catholics up on south side 24-14. North side's lead is down to 25-21 on North Warlock as the Charger Wildcats come charging back. Greenwood leads Benton by 3. No, actually Benton has a lead 31-24. That'd be a big victory for the Benton Panthers.
That's a big team.
Yeah, Wildcats got it beat up.
So he's going to catch it around the nose.
Except to the far sideline once again. And from the 9, this is Freeman. He's out across the 25, 30, and then dragged down short of the 35-yard line. Good return by Freeman. Almost in on the tackle for Bryant. It's Taven Jones. Special teams for Bryant. 1st and 10 for Cabot at their own 35-yard line, trailing 41-10. Tyler G, the quarterback, hands it up the middle to Turner, and he's going to run right into the pile. Fights to get to the 39-yard line, so pick up a 4 on the play for Graham Turner.
It's Cabot. That's 4 yards out of dust, but they're just not doing what needs there. It's coming off a shotgun, but they're still able to get 4 yards on these runs.
Hornets with Wilson, Schroeder, Rose, and Knox in the secondary. Going to see if they throw it this time. That's Ahika in at linebacker. There's a handoff again to Freeman, or to Hudson. Oh, he's got no yardage. He ran right into the arms of Austin Bailey. Helps him up after driving him back to the
He so gingerly helped him up.
They're trying to avoid those penalties. So he got no yards on that. It'll be 3rd and 6 at the 39. They're trying to mix it up, run and pass. They've done mostly run this half so far. We trailed 41-10. They've not been. They haven't really been a threat here in the second half. There's a pass play. G looking down the middle, and it is caught as DeCairo Rudolph was able to haul it in as it slid down at the 46 at right. His second catch of the night, and was throwing off his back foot there. As G let it pass away. And really marking it.
We're running at the 46. Yeah, I have Knox is covering him tonight. Just a little step behind. Almost got there before the ball.
15 yards on that completion. G running back in there right now is Baker.
Oh, man!
Play, and it's dropped by Rudolph.
Man, we got it.
And then comes up against Latrell Wallace, and I think most of that is frustration by Rudolph. He was wide open, and Wallace hit him and slung him down because he didn't know whether he caught it or not. It looked like he had.
And Austin Bailey's mad at himself when he sees that film next
Who
week.
ended up throwing that?
It was a quarterback. It was Gee. But Bailey just ran right by him. Actually had his hand on him. And just let him go.
They faked the reverse on that play.
Mm-hmm.
So Braden J was coming in reverse, coming back from the far side. So now it is 2nd and 10, 13 at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 10 at 46. G to throw again, throws quickly outside to Rudolph, and they drag him out of bounds. Into the game for Bryant is Christian Cannon to knock him out. Pick up on the play. Through about 4 yards. Call for 42. Third down and 6 for the Panthers. Trailing at 41-10. Minute 28 left to play in the third quarter. I'm Rob Patrick with me, Aaron Shuttleworth as usual. And what's it been, 15, 16 years now?
15.
G with double wideouts to the right. Got an H-back in there. They hand it off to Baker, and he is smacked down. Kyle Green coming from the side. And no gain. Kyle King pinned it off his block and made the tackle from there. He didn't get a penalty situation. Actually lost him 90 yards.
So the punt's not going out there.
4th and 7 at the 43. And then 3 left to play in the third quarter. They're down by 31.
He's staying on.
And they're going to go for it.
And he's on all the time clock.
Yeah, they're going to take the time out. Jay is in there. He splits out wide to right. Baker's a setback. And the H-back is in there. Logan Bell. G back to throw. Looking under some pressure. Throws it short of the mark. And Jay went down to try to catch it.
He would have taken on the bounce.
Got run over by Derek Adams. So they'll have to turn it over on down. Derek Rose, that is. Bryant, 36 seconds left to play in the third quarter. And they take over on the 43-yard line.
And he did. He got hit in the
41.
head. He got hit in the head. He's been helped off from the knee from Rose going in for the tackle.
Yeah. Rose is running through the play. Ledbetter still in there, quarterback. And there's Anderson in the backfield with him, trips to the left. They give it to Anderson right side, gets a block from Pitts, and he's out close to the 50-yard line. They're going to mark him about the 48. So a run of 5 yards for Tanner Anderson. We have one more play here. Let's see. Clock is down to 16 seconds. They haven't started the 25-second clock yet. Looks like they're going to. Much better. Hands it to Anderson. Right side again. Pitts is there to help him. He gets the first down. He's out close to the 45. We're calling it the 46. 6 yards. You needed 5. Got 6. Third quarter close to a conclusion. Bryant leading up with the Cabot Panthers. Well, they got 1 second left. They got out of bounds, so we're going to get one more play, I guess. So unless they wind it here.
Who's that?
Gage Stark in the game, out split out wide to the right. Better. That's Anderson alongside him. Trips to the left side of the field. Anderson again, cuts it inside, gets yardage down inside the 45 to about the 43-yard line. That's going to do it for the third quarter. Our score going into the fourth. Bryant 41, Cabot 10. This is Hornet Football, brought to you by InterProductions.net.
At Middleton, we're here to save you time, money, and yes, even energy. Get a free Nest thermostat or Nest Protect with any qualifying new system. Call today for a free estimate. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here. At Middleton, we're here to be the best for you. Servicing and replacing more air conditioners than anyone in Arkansas, and voted best of the best. Why? Best price, best service. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, our commitment is and always will be to the community. Our loan officers are your supporters, your cheerleaders, your fans, your neighbors. And we're proud to cheer on our Bryant Hornets. For more information on Farmers Bank and Trust, stop by our conveniently located office or visit myfarmers.bank.
We're here at Panther Stadium. Sorry for the audio. It's not as what we had hoped for, but we got some battery problems. Tanner Anderson with the first carry of the second half. We got a first down.
He's
down
still
the
up.
Sideline. He's at the 15, the 10, and driven down at about the 4. Anderson broke through, and a big run for Tanner. Looks like they're marking it at the 5. Yeah, 5. So that play went to 38 yards. And Bryant with a first and goal at the 5, and a chance to invoke that sportsmanship rule. They can get another score on the board. Looking to Anderson again, right side, cuts outside. It stays on his feet and gets into the end zone. Almost went down, caught himself with his arm, with his hand, and in for a touchdown of 5 yards. And 11:37 is left in the ball game. Bryant has increased the lead to 47-10, pending the extra point here by Brock Funk. And the clock will roll.
This is the first time we've had first team starters
Play 3 quarters.
Have a play into the fourth.
Yeah. Funk's kick is up, and it is good. So 11:37 left to play in this ball game. It's Bryant 47, Cabot 10, and incidentally, 48-10. That's right. With the extra point. So with the 35-plus lead, the sportsmanship rule will be in effect from now on, as the Hornets will kick off. And I guess they'll start the clock when they kick off here. I was looking at the scoreboard, and looks like Northside's getting it up to North Little Rock in the fourth quarter. The Tarleton Wildcats have rallied to take a 28-25 lead over the Northside Grizzlies, who've had a tough season, that kind of thing. Catholic's leading Southside 24-14. And what about Central? We didn't get a Central score, did we? Central. Wait, Catholic. Well, I don't see it. There it is. Well, Catholic's on the south side. Let's see where Central is. We'll get it for you. We'll have the scores up, score updates at the end of the ball game.
Goes out. Wow, deepest kick of the night through the end zone.
That's what he's capable of, but they use it more as a strategy to have him kick it into the corner. Usually, they have it first and 10 at their 20-yard line with 11:37 left to play. And once the clock starts, it will roll. The only times that they stop it will be for timeout, change of possession. Have its offense on the field. Once again, Tyler G, the quarterback, and Graham Turner, the running back.
On the clock.
And the wideouts to the left, tight end near side. Actually, they got the H-back in there, Bell. And G hands to Turner, right side. He's brought down. Quick stop made by Austin Bailey after pickup of just a yard.
We've had the least amount of tackles for loss and sacks tonight. Quite a while. This only had 2 tackles for loss, 1 sack. They've been hitting hard on this line.
Yeah, well, they've got, that's one thing Cabot's always been able to do is produce offensive linemen, and they really were imperative to run that dead T they used to run like now. And that's carried over, looks like, tonight. G now has Baker alongside him. Bell in motion. They give it to Baker left side, and he's going to get stood up and stopped for no gain. Initial hit made by Hart Winfield. And some middle linebacker in there. Let's see.
Rudolph just came off, kind of limping a little bit.
3rd and 9 at the 21. Also took G out. Carmack has come back in the ball game. Running back is Baker. Look to the sideline for a play call. They've got Garrett Hill in the ball game. And they substitute out Bell as well, so bringing in some reserves. Freeman, the guy who's been running back at kickoffs, Garrett Freeman's in at the slot position. Carmack, the quarterback, sends a man in motion. He'll roll out, and he got through a tackle by Wallace, and now he's brought down at the sideline by Kyle Green. And he lost yardage back to the 18-yard line. Couldn't find an open receiver. We'll see some Bryant substitutions with this next possession as well.
Starting to come in now.
Loss on the play of 2. It's 4th and 11.
Maybe Scott from him. He's already been in tonight a couple times, but he's making that probably see him tonight. Tackle spot.
Back to punt is Fernandez. Another standing at 45. The Hornets don't really rush it this time. Low kick and short leg. Hits at the 35 and rolls out to the 43-yard line. That's where Bryant will have a Cabot 43-yard line with 8:59 left to play and counting with the mercy rule in effect. And later than usual. It's the 8th straight week that Bryant has had the mercy rule in effect.
I'm not stopping with change position.
Yep, I think we're ready to get it over. So in the ball game is Jake Metters at quarterback. With Gregory at wide receiver, they'll hand it off to Anderson. And Anderson is down inside 35.
Way Anderson runs.
Got lean. Pickup of 8. Marking at the 35-yard line.
I've said it before, who Anderson looks like.
Yeah.
He looks like Chris Wright probably runs the cuts.
Let Better staying in the ball game. It's a chance for him to play 4 quarters. He hadn't done that all year.
Well, it was a good condition adjust.
Look at the offensive lineup. We got reserves in at receiver. They give it to Anderson. You know, Better throws down the middle and incomplete as he tried to get it to Miles Aldridge. It'll be a 3rd and 2. It's 35.
That last tackle on the sideline broke on the pylons. Flopping a little bit.
Xavier Foot is in at running back down, trips to the left. We'll check this offensive line to see if they're straight. There's a pass to Schrader still in the game, and he's got a first down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Pick up at 11 on the play. And the clock continues to roll. 7-11 left to play. Got some, most of the, let's see. Look again. Got Diggins in the game. Got Wilson in the game. Looks like the starting offensive line still in the game. Ledbetter takes a handoff, throws it down the middle, and it is caught by Gregory for a touchdown. River Gregory with the touchdown pass from Austin Ledbetter. 24 yards. And we mentioned earlier, Coach Buck James and Coach Scott Reed go way back. And you don't know what kind of history they have. Alvarado and Camden Fairview. Well, that was kind of an extraneous score right there, throwing the ball with the mercy rule in effect. Here's an extra point by Plum. And he gets it through, and Bryant extends the lead to 54-10. And the clock rolling under 6 minutes now left to play. Of course, another thing is that Austin Ledbetter had a chance to get a record for touchdown passes in the game last week, and they kind of regretted taking him out at the half. So go through and see where he's at. Of course, he also is aiming for the career season record for touchdown passes, and he was within 8 of that coming into the game tonight. And 3 of them tonight. And Funk will be in front to kick off once again. 54-10, Bryant's lead. It took a little longer, 55-10. Forgetting to add those extra points. And the Hornets will kick it off once again as the clock rolls down to about 5 minutes left to play. Long kickoff to the right side, and once again Freeman catches it at the 10, brings it back. And he's going to be brought down 29-yard line. Austin Schroeder in on that play, along with Kobe Melton.
Other than the kickoff before this, their kick return, he's been getting some good yards. Again, carrying 15, 19 yards every kickoff return. Yeah, the capability of busting one open.
We'll see if we get a few reserves are in the game on defense. Kennedy Miller is in. So he got Penfield and Bryant has a lot of reserves in on defense. Carmack with a pitch. It's Elton will bring him down, and I think Penfield almost had him in the backfield, but he grabbed him up the back of the shoulder pads, let go, but too late. They already called the penalty. And so that was the running back on that line.
You got face mask.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I thought it was
He picked up 7 yards on the run. Or check that. 49. So they get just 2 yards on the run, but they had a mask penalty on the play, and it moves it all the way up to 46. First and 10 there for the Dolphins. Brought down to 3:22 to play the game. Bryant leading it. Carmack to Baker, right left side. He's got some hard run. And he's brought down there by Kobe Melton and Tristan Sahika. Hornets will win this one going away. They led 27-10 at the half. It's now 55-10.
And so whatever adjustments they did at halftime, tightened it up.
Carmack in no hurry. And off to Baker, and he's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield.
Oh, he fumbled it.
Ball came loose. As Andy Scott, seemed like it was Andy who twirled him around and came up with the ball. Indeed, that was the case. As Baker coughed it up, and Bryant has it on the field.
Was that Scott that caused that?
Yeah, he's the one that came up with it.
That's a good belt.
Ball was marked at the 47. We lost a couple of yards on that play. And the clock down to 2 minutes left to play the ball game.
And you figure just take a couple meals. All done, maybe.
And the quarterback is Carson Burnett. Moves it off to Taylor Jones, and Taylor gets a yard out of that run. But actually lost 2. Second and 12 and 48. Clock down to 1 minute and a half left to play the game. Bryant with a 55-10 lead over the Cabot Panthers. Carson Burnett gives to Jones, spins out of a tackle, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Cabot's first team still in the ball game. On defense, lost a yard by 49. It'll be 3rd and 13 at the 49-yard line. Bryant with the ball and a minute left to play. Carson Burnett, the sophomore, senior, is running the quarterback. Reserves on the offensive line. And they'll let the clock roll down. They can get it down to about 30 seconds left. And this should be the last play of the game. Burnett pitches it. Number 11 in the game. That was Jalen Davis. Jalen did a good job of getting down to the 40-yard line. 9-yard run. They bring up a 4th and 4, but I think that's going to do it. Clock under 20 seconds, and Bryant's going to walk off the field with a 55-10 win over the Cabot Panthers. Once again, the mercy rule in effect as we conclude this ball game. A little longer tonight to get there. Bryant gets the victory. Now the team's crossing the field. Shake hands. Hornets win again. Keep that number 1 slot. Don't throw out coming to town next week. We'll check the scores again and have the stats right after this. Right, Hornet football brought to you by India Productions.net.
Middleton, we're here to save you time, money, and yes, even energy. Get a free Nest thermostat or Nest Protect with any qualifying new system. Call today for a free estimate. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here. At Middleton, we're here to be the best for you. Servicing and replacing more air conditioners than anyone in Arkansas, and voted best of the best. Why? Best price, best service. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, our commitment is and always will be to the community. Our loan officers are your supporters, your cheerleaders, your fans, your neighbors. And we're proud to cheer on our Bryant Hornets. For more information on Farmers Bank and Trust, stop by our conveniently located office or visit myfarmers.bank.
Bryant Hornets with a 55-10 win here at Cabot as they continue undefeated. And once again, a mercy rule in effect. Took a little longer than it has most of the season. Cabot gave them a good tussle and only trailed 27-10 in the half, but the Hornets turned it on in the second half, scoring on the first drive in the second half and keeping Cabot grounded before the end of the game. A mercy rule in effect early in the fourth quarter. Now here's Aaron Shuttleworth. He's just about got the stats ready here. You ready? Oh, almost ready. Again, next week we'll be at home for senior night. The Hornets will celebrate their seniors, all state champions, and they'll play the Northwood Rock Charging Wildcats and be a rematch of the 7A state championship game from last year. Northwood Rock last we checked, and I'll check it again. They were leading Northside 28-25 in the fourth quarter. So we hope you'll join us again next week as the Hornets improve to 8-0 and we'll be at home next week. Aaron's just about got the stats ready as we're closing it out here at Cabot Panthers Stadium. Ready?
Yeah, I can
got it?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Austin Ledbetter in the air, 16, 27, 198, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Jake Metters, 568 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hayden Schrader, 1 catch, 18 yards. Joseph Young, 6 receptions, 76 yards, 1 touchdown. Ahmad Adams, 1 for -1. On the ground, Ahmad Adams had 16 carries, 161 yards, 1 touchdown. And Tanner Anderson, 13 carries, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns, majority of that coming into the second half. On the defensive side, a couple of the highlights had Rodrigo Martin, 4 solo, 1 tackle for loss, 1 hurry up. Andy Scott had 1 solo, 1 fumble cause, 1 fumble recovery. Austin Bailey, 1 solo, 1 assist. Dalen Land, 3 solo, 2 assists. Catrell Wallace, 1 solo, 1 sack, 1 hurry up, 1 pass breakup, 2 block punts, including 1 that went for the safety. Tristan Sahika had 2 solo, 2 assists. Kyle Knox had 1 solo, 2 pass breakups, and Austin had 2 solo, 2 pass breakups. So defensive wise, gave up 10 points, but in the first half, did the adjustments well, went from there in a clean second half.
Hornets with a 55-10 win over the Cabot Panthers, and we get ready to return home next week. Again, we'll have the North Little Rock game here, and hopefully our technical difficulties will be taken care of. And we trust Dakota Baxter to get that done. And just a little mix-up this week, and we appreciate your patience. Thanks to Dakota Baxter and our cameraman, Kendrick Allison, for bringing you this action tonight. And again, our thanks to Midland Heat and Air and Farmers Bank and Trust for sponsoring the broadcast. And tonight's game, like all the other games for Bryant, available on DVD from mmproductions.net. For Aaron Shuttleworth, I'm Rob Patrick. Thanks for your time this time. Until next time, so long.